We're live. Hello.
Yo, 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 yo.
Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to Rolling Thunder D&D. Hello, anyone who's watching. Hello, friends. How are you doing today? All good? Yes.
Virtual friends, you don't care about
The virtual friends won't answer me.
them. You're just going to kill us anyway, Dan. I don't know why we're even here. We're just gluttons for punishment.
Yes. Yes.
I am personally having a fantastic time. Who needs to be outside? Outside are for suckers.
I mean, this is a perfect time to be watching D&D when you can't leave the house for 3 weeks.
And if you do leave the house, you're a chump. I'm looking at you, Mike, whoever you are. There's about to be a Mike.
It's always... Or a Dave. Fucking hell, Dave.
I bet Mike and Dave are walking down the street somewhere and they're on Twitch. They're like, oh shit. Busted, rumbled.
No, I felt so called out of my life. So, do we have any things that you need to ask me or discuss before we begin? I think it's all pretty straightforward this week.
We've gone up a level, correct?
Correct. You've gone up a level. I'm doing milestone experience, and I decided you've hit a milestone. You're now level 4. So, what's everybody doing with their level? Are you taking stuff or the other stuff?
Taking
a level in fighter.
I'm pretty sure one of the ground rules is no multi-classing, Adam.
I've taken a feat.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cheeky feat.
Are you going to tell us what it is, or are you going to keep that foot hidden?
No, I think I can tell you what it is. I'm taking Magic Initiate.
What does that
Nice.
mean?
Ooh, that means I can choose. Basically, I can take a single first level spell from any primary spellcaster, so wizard, warlock, bard, etc., etc., and then I can take 2 cantrips from that class as well. And that spell exists kind of aside from my spell slots, so I can cast it once a long rest, I believe. As a first level spell, using the if it's like, I don't know, magic missile or something, you have to use the like intelligence if you're getting it from like a wizard.
Oh,
I
That's
imagine,
cool, man.
I imagine Lysander was like really frustrated that he hasn't been able to, like, his spells haven't been effective, and I can imagine him going away and doing some like deep warlock ritual to unlock more powerful spells so that he can smite his enemies, because he's just seeing this goblin and this old woman thrash everybody.
Who knows? Who knows? I might not tell you what I've taken though.
No,
Just-
please don't.
just for shits and giggles.
I would like to know, for my sake, how you would think Lysander learned these spells, but that's more flavour than anything, I think.
What flavour in here?
I think it's sleepy dream time.
Uh-huh.
And then, hey, can you help me?
Um,
I'm trying not to give too much away.
I almost died today. Can you help me?
Yeah, basically. Which plays really well to the choices.
Awesome.
What about you, Arcane?
So yeah, I took ability score increases. I think I put 1 in intelligence and 1 in strength, and the reason was because I think she unlocked this fortress world connection through when she touched the crystal in the cave. So I imagine like her intellect is now expanded a little bit, and I put 1 in strength just because she's been undergoing quite a lot of kind of conditioning in our fights to date, and I think her fortress worlds are kind of lending her some more power and strength to engage in those.
Nice, nice.
It's cool. Tight.
Truthful.
Truffle, did debate putting something into strength, given my modifier currently is -3 and I couldn't pick up a sword. And I thought, you know what? No, it's not the Truffle way. So Truffle is currently a little bit wiser. So I've gone up in wisdom.
Nice.
So my wisdom is now a +1, and the logic behind that is this is all very new, right? And it doesn't matter how nimble and charismatic Truffle is, he's just experienced a whole lot of stuff, and I think he's grown as a person to, although not necessarily being able to grasp. It's not studious, it's not academic. I think wisdom-wise, I'm putting it down as almost life experience. That's how I interpret the wisdom of it all. And he's just had a hell of a lot of life experience in the last
street smarts.
Yeah,
He killed like 4 people.
Yeah,
he kept getting the kill shot on everything. Truffle is literally a murderer.
Yeah, that'll level you up emotionally.
Yes.
So, yeah.
He's just got his beard now. He's just so triggered by the world.
Like, Tony, you don't even know, man. You weren't there.
He's got a 1,000-yard stare. He's always smoking a cigarette. Oh, good old Truffle.
Yeah, so that's basically what Truffle. And then obviously as we've leveled up, Truffle's got an extra spell, an extra cantrip. So that's quite exciting.
It's very exciting. Oh yes.
And I'll keep that a mystery as to what's happened. But yeah, that's onto the action, I think.
Okay, I'll do a quick recap and then you guys can tell me what you're doing. So, what happened last time? Party concluded their business in the Whistling Chasm, got their award from the Hobgoblin Garlag for defeating Balian in there, who turned into some kind of lightning person. And then they just head back to town, to Viazzo, and on the way they bumped into... Well, they didn't bump into. You found lying at the side of the road against a tree this broken down Leor, and Truffle plied him with a load of healing magic.
So much healing magic.
So much healing. Eventually, he sort of came back to, and he was really grateful and indebted to you guys, and he sort of asked you to go along with you because he'd lost his memories. So currently, Garland is still with the party. You headed back to town. You reported into Dahlia, who sort of accepted the grim news of the party being killed in the chasm, and passed on word to, what's his name, Bernhardin, who you met at the Bittersweet Draft, and he gave you the Eagle Seal that you required to get the audience. What else happened? Oh right, yes, you went and spent loads of gold getting some fancy clothes before you...
Matching fancy clothes.
Matching fancy clothes.
And well worth it.
Yes.
So worth it.
How much was that in the end?
Yeah, how much?
It was like 150 gold or something mad.
It was a lot, yeah.
We only got 8 people.
Rolling deep, man. I was just making it rain.
Shit, I bet.
Don't ask where the money's coming from. I'm just making it rain. Throwing bags of gold at this guy. Just make me some stuff, man.
He did close the shop pretty quickly.
Yeah, he was like, that's my gold for like the next month, thanks.
Yeah.
Take that, peasants. Out of curiosity, sorry, I haven't written it down. What? It was Leor, right? Was Garland?
He is a Leor, yes.
Leor, cool.
As is Nomo.
So you got your fancy clothes, and then you arranged your audience with the princess, and you went and met her inside the mayor's sort of manor house, like a meeting room down the side, and she gave you a special contract with various details to ensure that you would not tell anyone about what is a sensitive issue. And you accepted the mission, signed the contract, and you're now on a quest to find some legendary relics, which are known as cinders. War with Salandria looms ever on the horizon, and she seeks to use these cinders as a deterrent against them, should they ever feel the need to come a-knocking. So currently you're just sort of at the end of your audience with the princess. I mean, you can still ask her things at this point if you want to.
I'd like to say congratulations to us, and hi Calibre 82. Thanks for subscribing to us.
Hello, thank you very much.
First 10 subscribers is going to get a character named after them.
Yes.
Ooh. It's a good name for a
One thing I
character.
did want to just quickly retcon. I know when I was giving you the big lore dump and you had the audience with the princess, they said they wanted to report in every month. What you're going to get instead is they're going to give you like this pouch, so like a messenger bag, and the guy's going to, he basically tells you that if you put a letter in that, he'll receive it in his pouch. So it's like a magic pouch, and he's like, use it, but don't abuse it, sort of thing.
Yeah, don't put your penis inside the
Yeah.
pouch.
It's like we still want you to report in, not monthly but regularly, and use this to let us know what's going on, sort of thing. And if you really need help for whatever reason, you can contact him, which is, his name was Syrian, and that was his princess's advisor. Yeah.
Okay, so no, I think it's up to you or leave it. I think we've decided. We came out of the mayor's palace. And I think actually we've been speaking as a party, and let's pick up the conversation about what we want to do next and what gift or boon we would like from Syrian.
Yes.
I think we were going to go for Nene's.
Yeah, should we start right and have the conversation?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So where are you guys right now? What are you doing?
We have just walked out of the chambers, and I'd suggest we are just outside the room.
Just like standing in the foyer of the manor.
Did we just meet royalty? We just met royalty.
I think we did, and I was surprisingly well behaved.
I'm amazed,
do
but do you reckon Lysander, do you think they liked our outfits? Did anyone notice?
I think they would be stupid not to.
I mean, Garland, you looked incredible.
Oh, thank you, master. I mean, friend.
No, we're not masters. We are best friends. We're best friends now. I mean, look at us. We are wearing matching outfits. Isn't this amazing?
You look very fantastic, my friend.
I kind of feel like the odd one out here. Maybe I should have got an outfit.
Oh, we can show you where it is. You look like a fool now, and we're as we stand in our feathered caps. You do not look anywhere near as good as we do. Although your armor is beautiful.
Thank you very much. I'm glad you noticed. So, are you guys comfortable if I hold the magic pouch? Lysander, I can't trust you would take it apart and examine it. And Truffle, I'm going to hold the pouch.
I'm going to be honest. As soon as I found out you could transport things, I was going to put stuff in it. So that is probably a good idea.
Yes, I don't care.
So team. I mean, we found out we got ourselves this far. Who would have thought we'd be back on the road again? What do you all want to do? I mean, what's the first impressions from hearing those kind of options about where to go? We can go to the lost cities of the Hoexi, or we can go out to the vault near the Velamaran battlegrounds. There's lots to do. The land of the Titans, where there's a cinder there. I'm kind of thinking we shouldn't go straight into Salandria and try and find their cinder. That's instantly asking for war. If they find us there. What are you thinking, Lysander? Where would you like to go?
Well, I do like the idea of the Hoexi. I am interested in forgotten knowledge. It's a bit of a hobby of mine. But the vault does also sound fairly interesting, and honestly, probably one of the safest bets.
And Truffle, dare I ask, do you have any opinions on this?
Yeah, glad you asked. I want to go everywhere, and
Okay.
I am excited about these cinders. Powerful relics. I don't even know what that is, but I mean, that's incredible, right? Is everyone else as excited as I am? Because I feel like you're not as excited as I am.
I am very excited.
Yeah, Garland, you know it. You know it. He knows it.
I would love to find out what the cinders actually were. I mean, can you imagine if they made like a master crafted shield? That'd be amazing. Anyway, kind of I get ahead of myself. I think we should probably go to the vault. It sounds the safest.
Vault also have what in them, right? This is a pop quiz.
So I'm going to go for the treasure.
It begins with L.
Loot?
Correct. Loot.
The gold or the instrument?
Imagine if there's golden loots in there.
So Beatrice was saying actually that most of this vault has been emptied already. So we'd probably have to search around and maybe kind of find hidden ruins behind the vault. But there's no reason why we can't find a golden loot. Just don't be disappointed if we don't.
Okay. So what you're saying is there's definitely a golden loot. Okay, brilliant. So, how far away is our golden loot?
So just we'll probably have to go back in there and speak to Syrian. It's probably enough for a horseback. So we could ask for a Reiko and a caravan, one of those giant lizards we saw by Dahlia's, or we could probably get some horses.
So I mean, I've spent most of the money I've ever seen in my entire life on a silk outfit with a feathered cap. So I think it might be a good idea to get... Could we all get Reikos?
I don't believe they are for riding, dear boy.
No.
Everything's for riding if it's small enough or large
Well,
enough.
I don't think a Kane or Garland or Jenkins would be able to get on the back of one. They're not really for riding; they're more for hauling.
I believe you have been told on at least 2 occasions that they are not suitable for riding.
Oh, big time! I'm just trying to push my luck.
Okay.
Wait, is there a horse? Has anyone ever seen a horse that could support Garland? Garland's big.
I do not know if I have ever ridden on a horse.
How are you feeling, Garland? Like, could you walk or run?
I am able to walk, however, extended periods of activity may drain my energy rapidly. I do not feel I am operating at full capacity.
That's right! We need to help him. Do you remember I put all that healing into him and it only got him 17%?
I believe I am damaged. My systems are damaged, and I do not know how to repair them.
Yeah. So I mean, as a solution, we could you could either pump a whole bunch more healing magic into him. We could look around for a healer, or we can ask Syrian for a cart and see if we can kind of just attach a couple of our horses to the cart to take Garland with us.
What about the other Leor? What was his name? Was it Syrian? Was Syrian Leor? Sorry, was Syrian Leor?
Nomu.
Nomu? What about Nomu? Nomu's in Leor. Maybe we can find out how to heal him, or maybe he knows how to fix... I mean, he must break. We all break.
Yeah, so why don't we do this? Why don't we go back inside? They'll be surprised to see us. We shouldn't necessarily send them a note just yet. Ask for some horses, ask for directions to the vault, ask for a cart for Garland, and ask actually if is it Nomu or the big dude with the sword, if he has any advice on how we might be able to repair Garland.
Garland, what do you think?
I am very grateful that you would consider me. If you would be willing to repair me, I will obviously be very pleased. And we'll assist
you're part of the Ragamuffins now. That's what we call ourselves.
We are the Ragamuffins.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
I'm not okay with that.
I bet you wouldn't be.
What about Swaggermuffins?
The Swaggermuffin.
What is a Swaggermuffin? We're
We're the
not familiar
Swaggermuffin.
with this term.
That sounds awful.
Okay, TBC, we'll work that over a campfire, maybe when we're having some sort of short or long rest of indeterminate time. Okay, I suggest we go back in. Everyone back up for an audience with the Queen.
I feel like she would have left, but let's go anyway. We're everyone knows us now.
Okay, so I move to turn back and head back into the throne room. Or
Okay.
the temporary throne room.
You're just gonna walk in.
Yeah, big
Hey!
Boof! Big umbrella on my shoulder.
Like, I can't have some decorum. Oh my goodness.
As you barge into the door, and as you're barging in, one of the knight who's standing next to it, immediately pulls a sword and is like, "Halt!" sort of thing.
Whoa! We're just here to see Syrian. Could you let them know that we made a decision about where we're going and we need to speak to them about our boom?
You remember this room is it's like a long room, And at the end, there's like a big fireplace with a desk, and the princess is sitting there, and her advisor and Noma are staying there. And there's like knights lined down the hall, and you just like come in a door at the end of it, and they just all see you barge in at the end of this room, like, oh, what? What's going on? Princess like,
we speak to you.
You're back already. Oh, I'll deal with this, Majesty. You leave this to me. And he sort of potters over to the door. He's like, yes. What is it? Do you know what you require of us? Have you chosen your boon?
We have, yes. I turn around to the others and I'm like, just so we're clear, we're looking for some form of travel. So we're thinking kind of 3 horses, maybe and a cart to take our stuff, and potentially this Leo.
5 horses.
Horses, cart.
Why do we need 5 couple?
Because it will take 2 to carry a cart at any speed.
5 horses.
Yes, we can get you some mount horses for riding, and we can get you a sturdy cart horse if you need one for a cart.
We need 4 horses then. 4 horses, yes. And a cart horse.
4 horses. Right.
Oh yeah, Jenkins. Where is Jenkins, by the way?
Jenkins he's doing something for me. Don't worry about Jenkins.
Oh, okay. Where's Nomu? Can I see Nomu, by the way?
He is still just standing, like, still, just arms crossed, just watching.
Okay, while they're having that conversation, I'll sidle on up to Nomu. So carry on your conversation.
Oh, okay. I just see this goblin walk under like this kind of. What's the knight holding in front of my face? A sword or a?
At this point, they're like, okay, right, it's fine. They've resheathed the sword. Yeah.
So we just continue the conversation with Syrian. Then essentially, what we're looking for is, 4 horses, a mare, or some sort of kind of big horse to pull a cart. And what we'd also like is directions to the vault that you mentioned, in the old Velamaran battlegrounds.
Right. Yes. Well, I can certainly. Yes. Why don't you follow me over to the table? I can show you on the map and explain to you where it is. He sort of like potters back over to the little table that's next to like the big oaken desk that the princess is sitting at. He pulls up a stool and he unfurls some papers and he's like, oh, there it is, yes. Oh, here, right. He pulls out a map and it's like of the region. You've got Galanar and Velamar and like a bit of Salandria at the top. And you can see where you are, Viazzo. It's like quite near the border of Galar and Velamar, and like between where you are and most of Velamar is like this big thick forest. And you can see the dusk trail sort of goes like around, all the way around it. You know, that big where the dusk trail traders are, and they sort of go up and down the main trading route. And he shows you and he's like, well, you've got here Viazzo, and you would have to here, and he points to basically right in the middle of Velamar, which is kind of like this shape. And he points right in the middle of it. He's like, right there, deep in the heart of Velamar. We're not entirely sure of the location, but there you would find the vault. Now, I would suggest to get there, well, unless you want to take a very roundabout route via the road, you would head through the Witherbark Woods, points to the big wooded area, and stop by at Hawksbridge, which is the main town in the area. And he points to a big dot, which is basically between the woods and where the vault would be. And there you will find, well, it's very different to Viazzo. It's quite fortified. It managed to withstand the war, and mostly has quite a lot of soldiers, military folk there. You'll find it's quite different, a bit more. They're ready for war at all times, you see. But they are welcoming to outsiders. You'll be allowed in, of course, as long as you're Galanarum. But yes, I would recommend you head there, and from there they could tell you probably how to get there, what might be the safest way. get into the vault, find it, tell you anything about it. Really, we only have very slight circumstantial information about it. Rumours and whatnot.
Okay, so, and I'm picking my teeth at this point, just... so, with the Barkwoods, stop by Hawks Bridge, which is a town between the woods and Viazzo, go to Viazzo, ask around, find the vault, get the cinder.
Yes, well, assuming there's one there, which would be very useful.
Okay. I'm looking over at Truffle at this point.
So Truffle's potted over, and like as he's coming close, Nomo has been like, "Halt! Do not approach the princess without being summoned."
Oh, Nomu! The stupendousness of your enormity is only challenged by the unaccessible strength of your arms, my liege.
And he's like coming on 7 foot tall, and he's looking down on you like, "What is it that you desire? Do you need to speak to the princess?"
Oh no, nothing to do with her.
Then what do you need?
Your Highness, your majesty.
That is not a word. What do you want, little goblin?
I was wondering whether you can help me. So you're a Leor.
Correct.
Yeah, and so my friend, possibly one of my best friends. He's like, we're really close, and you can see we dress the same. We finish each other's sentences. It's
You mean the
but
Leor over there?
Garland.
Yes.
Yeah, he's hurt, and so if I hurt myself, it's usually because I banged my head or fell out of a cart or someone threw a rock at me because I'm a goblin. It happens, right? But if I get hurt, I go to the doctor or the apothecary. But I don't know what happens when a Leor is hurt, and I put all of my healing into him so that he's walking, but he says he's hurt, and I don't know how to fix him, and I don't know how you fix yourselves, and I don't know if it's racist, but how do you fix yourself?
Little goblin, I would advise you that this is a sensitive subject for my people. Do
you want to talk over here?
Though you will have to try harder to offend me. It is true, I have been damaged in battle defending the princess in my line of duty. Usually it is superficial, and it could be patched up with, some simple magic. But Leor are different to organic beings, as you say. The only way we have been known to be repaired is by extremely highly skilled artificers who specialize in Leor circuitry. It's unlike any other kind of artificing. You would have to find a specialist, and I don't know where they would be. There may be one in the capital, maybe one in Hallandel, maybe one in Veldoom, I don't know.
So, do you know any artificers? Because I don't know what an artificer is.
I have never required that level of repairs myself. I have not had to find one.
I'm just like leaning over to Lysander at this point. Is he talking about fishing with the giant Leor with the massive sword?
I've stopped listening. I can't.
He does say the method in which the Leor were created was magic of some kind that has been lost. It is ancient magic, and nobody alive knows how to replicate it. All we can do is try to patch the holes, as it were.
Okay. Well, thank you. That's all I really wanted to ask.
I understand you wish to repair your friend, and I hope you are able to do something for him.
Thank you. Do you know any other Leor?
I have met a few in my time, but we are few and far between in this world. We are dying out. We are no longer
I don't
made.
want mine to die. He's my friend. So
I understand.
Thank you. I might go to the capital, or
Well, so long as you keep him safe and he does not fall in battle, he will outlive all of you.
I don't want him to die. I don't want to die myself.
None of us want to die.
Okay. And I step back.
He's like, run along, little goblin. The princess has
Thank
matters
you.
to attend to.
And I run back to the group.
So we just took. Yeah, we I think we can. I mean, so Syrian, how long will it take you to get that stuff together so that we can make make our way to this place?
Oh, well, the horses, let's see, and the cart shouldn't be too hard to come by. Could get one from the traders, the dusk traders. The horses might take a few days to get in, 2 or 3 days. Was there something else that you asked for? I can't remember. He's just checking his scrawlings, his bit of parchment. What did you ask for again?
So it's 4 horses, 1 horse to pull a cart, and now that I remember, maybe some rations as well. Rations and food, water.
Yes, we'll put an order with the general store. If there's any food or supplies you need, that will be covered.
We'll
Please.
Probably also need about 15 gallons of rice wine.
Yes. I see. Well, if that is what you require, please put your order in with the shop and tell them that it is on the crown's coin.
Excellent. Turn around to Lysander. Anything else?
No, I think we've wasted enough of this good gentleman's time.
He's like,
Princess.
bloody adventurers.
I'm bowing. I'm like, apologies, and I'm trying to shuffle everyone out. I'm trying to move Truffle with my cane. Like, come on.
Oh, and in the record books, we are known as the Swagger Muffins. Make
we're
sure
not.
you
Ignore
make a
that.
note.
Swagger. How do you spell swaggermuffin?
You don't. That's not a word. Ignore it.
Okay, never mind. Just
That's out.
Spell it like it
party
sounds.
of adventurers. Yes.
I imagine both of us are getting pushed along now by your cane.
Come on, come
Philip
on.
pulling you back.
Out.
Very well, thank you. And if you need anything else, you may request an audience with me. Please do not barge back in here again. You may anger Nomo.
Roger that. Thanks, Syrian.
He says, okay, goodbye now. And the knight just quickly hurries you out and shuts the door behind you.
Arcade, I thought you said you dealt with royalty before. You don't go barging into their damn throne room.
I mean, the only experience I've had with royalty before is fighting him on the battlefield, so all in all, I call that a success.
My goodness. Right. Are we setting off tomorrow? Are we setting off today?
So 4 to 5 days to bring that up. I guess we could. I mean, I'm quite comfortable to sit in a pub for 4 or 5 days, and we can just get hammered. Or if you want, we could probably go check out that tower we saw on the way to the Whistling Cabin.
Jack Nicholson meme face. Yes. I think,
Truffle?
yeah, wonderful to check out the tower.
You up for an adventure? Truffle?
Truffle?
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
You up for an adventure?
Always up for an adventure.
Pay attention, Christopher.
I didn't hear that it was about me, but who cares? Because I'm an adventurer, and this is what I do. Oh, my name ain't Swagger Muffin Truffle.
So, what time is it? I can't remember what time we got in here. Was it in the morning?
Morning, we got in really early.
Yeah, you had a morning thing and you probably spent an hour or so there, so it's probably late morning at this point, I would say.
Okay, so we could set. How long would it take? Do we know? How long did it take to get there previously? A couple of.
Half a day to get
To where are you going?
cabins.
Sorry?
The tower.
Well, it's about halfway-ish, so maybe 3 or 4 hours walking.
So like mid-afternoon, and we'd have to stay overnight.
In the tower. We should go over those tents we bought.
Yeah, Jenkins has still got all that stuff, and Jenkins is should be ready.
And waiting for you by the exit to the town.
Jenkins and his crazy sexy holiday.
With a question mark over his head.
Okay, well, I suggest we go. Let's just set out and head towards the tower. I mean, we don't know what we're going to find there, right?
No idea. Something interesting. Secret lost. Adventure awaits.
Okay. So you're just gonna go straight, sort of like, walk straight out of town, head over there, sort of thing.
Big time.
To X, gonna give it to you as we walk in slow mo.
Dope.
I guess on the way out as well. Yeah, we'll do X. I'll give it to you. I guess you guys are still in your outfits.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm staying in the same outfits.
Very
I'm getting my money's
appropriate
worth.
travelling gear.
And just, I guess for the sake of it, I'm just going to pop into the Dust Trail Traders, fill up my booze, and just make sure that Dali's aware that Syrian's going to come by with an order, and just kind of relay what we told him.
It probably wouldn't be her. It'd probably be just like the town shop, I think.
Okay. Well, I'll just run around to the town shop as well.
Yes, you may.
I will get out of my preposterous outfit and put it in Jenkins's bag. Well, I assume I meet Jenkins at the rendezvous point. His holiday's over with.
Yeah. So wherever you told him to meet you, he'll meet you there.
Yeah, but it was back at the apartment, at my apartment. So I'll go back, put on my my travelling gear.
I will do the same, but I'll keep my hat on.
The shop, the general store, is called Kerrick's Odds and Ends, and it is run by a red-haired human woman called Kerrick. There you go.
Dan cries as we miss an NPC that he spent hours speaking.
No, well,
It's
there's
fine.
I
Family
mean,
tree wasted.
two sentences of stuff in my wiki, just to give you some flavour, in case you're wondering. It's not just a random shop; it's an actual person there. Okay, so you're all in your normal clothing.
Yep.
You go on and taken off his hat, and whatever you gave him. What did you give him, like boots or something?
I think a belt. Was it a belt,
Or a belt and
a hat or something?
It was a hat with a
And a
feather in
cloak.
it and a belt.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So he, yeah. So he's just looking normal, not wearing anything. He hasn't got anything on him, any belongings. And the rest of you head out to
Adventure!
The same way that you left the town before when you were going to the Whistling Chasm. It's another hot late summer's day. It's very hot, probably like 30 degrees, something like that. And it's quite hot and dry. Again, you go through this sort of very dry, dusty land with the occasional sort of like wispy tree or a cactus, and you see very occasionally these sort of like large lizards that you've seen that like general kind of life around. And you don't really encounter anything of note. You follow the same route as you did before, and by this time you've been back and forth, and Akane definitely knows the way, and she leads you to where you believe you saw the tower, and you find it, and you can see once again it's like just a single turret tower on its own. You can see it off to the north from the path. It's quite small, but you can tell that it is a tower of some kind. Please refrain from using foul language.
So I think I'm just staring at the tower, and I've been sipping the hooch on the way here. It's a hot day. I think I turned to the group. I'm like, guys, I've just been thinking. Maybe I should have spent more time speaking to Kerrick. I mean, she's helped me out so many times in the past. I just feel guilty for running in there and telling her what to expect from Syrian.
Who are you talking about?
Kerrick,
I have no idea who that is.
she owns Odds and Ends.
No
I think
idea.
You never speak to anyone, Lysander, unless they're kind of higher up in the social kind of standings.
Well, that's not true. What kind of shop is it?
It's an Odds and Ends shop. It sells everything.
Yes, I think Jenkins might know her. Jenkins?
What's that? What are you after?
I don't know. Akane is talking about something, and I'm not interested. But do you know this?
This is what I'm talking about. We just completely ignored Carrick. I'm just thinking, like, she works her ass
Oh
off.
yeah,
Like,
she's nice lady. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about her?
No, I was just feeling a little bit bad. I mean, we should have spoken to her, I guess. Like, she just works so hard all the time, and I don't think people appreciate hard work anymore.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Sorry, what?
Exactly.
Actually, I don't.
He's very quickly like,
oh, wait with Jenkins. Exactly. One day you can be free of him. You know that.
should we get going? What are we doing again?
No, where's
What are we
Truffle?
doing? Why have we stopped?
Where's Truffle? I was just thinking.
Are you drunk? What have I gotten my something to? Truffle, where are you?
Truffle's just casted Minor Illusion and has just got a slight drum beat playing in the background as he flutes along to a pretty decent samba beat.
So I've got a drunk, and my retainer who's giving me shit, and I've also got just a musical goblin.
Yes.
I'm just like, what am I surrounded by?
And a Leor.
Nonsense. And a Lior who's just doing what, I guess.
Garner's just kind of watching Truffle like, what are these noises that you are making?
What do you feel? Do you feel something when you hear it?
I do not know what it means to feel.
Oh, you are missing out. People call me Cuban Pete. I'm the king of the rumba beat. And when I play my maracas, just chicky boom. Do you not feel that?
What is a chicky boom?
I knew a guy called Pete one time. He definitely was king of the rumba beat as well, if you know what I mean.
No, I have no idea. Are we going to the tower?
What is happening right now?
Fine.
It's gone off the rails. We've gone off the rails.
Okay, we continue. I think one of our guys might have been kicked out for swearing. Oh, well, fuck that. Huh? Am I right?
Whoa.
So I just start walking towards the tower.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys start heading over towards the tower, and it doesn't take you too long, maybe 10-15 minutes to get there. As you draw in closer, you can see that it's not like really tall. It's probably like the same height as a regular house sort of thing, and it's just sort of quite squat, wide. So this brown stone cylindrical tower, but like at the top it's like been smashed in and it's all crumbled down, and there's like a big gaping hole, and there's like in fact it's most of the way down this hole, so you could probably see, if you went around the side you could literally see inside. And what this thing looks like, I guess it's kind of got Aztec-y designs and like strips around it, these sort of like jagged sort of that sort of artwork on it, like carved into the stone, just going in rings around it. And it's, as you approach it, you can also see at first there's a few bits of like armor and like discarded swords, but the closer you get you can see there are various skeletons and bits of bones and just broken bits of equipment and stuff like that just scattered around all over the place, and like old swords like stuck into the ground and stuff. And it looks like not recently, but at some point some kind of battle or something has occurred here.
What is this place?
So I'd like to walk over and inspect like the nearest weapon and armour and see if I recognise it.
Okay. Yeah, you go over and you check maybe just like an old short sword or something you pick up, and it's heavily corroded and that the edge is blunted from all the dust and wind and stuff. But you can see that it was probably, like a proper soldier's sword at some point. Reasonably well made. And it looks like this one was probably the standard style that you would see like a Galanaran soldier use.
What have you got there, Akane?
It looks like a standard. Maybe. Can I put a year to it? Is it current issue at the moment?
It's not. I mean, this is probably by you can tell by looking at it. It's old, like maybe wartime old.
So,
which was, but it ended a decade ago. The war, just for reference, yeah.
Yeah, this is standard kind of Galanaran style. I mean, they weren't particularly effective, as you can see. Otherwise, the guy would be alive right now. There were several flaws, I think, from craftsmanship at that time. But I mean, it's old. It's like from the war. So what, a decade ago?
I don't know. I wasn't born, man.
I'm sorry, I missed all of that. What have you got? Is it a sword? Okay.
It's a sword.
Why isn't it being cleaned up if it's 10 years old?
My son is such a dick. And there you can see, as Akane, you're kind of picking this one and looking at it, and you're sort of casting your eye around. You can see that there's various styles of equipment. There's different types of Galanaran weaponry, and you can see some like Velim stuff, like similar to what Balian was wearing. And you could also see some Salandrian weapons knocking around and equipment.
Wow, this looks like a three-way. I wonder why they were so far south though. That doesn't make much sense. I guess I can't put this together. Could I think about why this would I know why these three factions were fighting here?
Yeah, you would know that in the war it was Salandria
over that land
invading Velimar and Galanar coming to Velimar's aid.
Yeah.
So most of the battles would involve at least like two of the factions, or like at least either Velimar or Galanar versus Salandria, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like an old battle site from the war. I mean, I don't know why they didn't clean it up. I mean, it's not too far away from the town.
I forgot you're drunk.
My goodness, Akane, get yourself together. So what is? Can I take a look around to see if there's any? Is there an obvious entrance to the tower that we can see?
There is like a big sort of like carved stone arch door, which doesn't appear to be locked. It just seems to be hanging on its hinges a little bit, and you could probably just clamber in through the opening if you wanted to. It's smashed that much.
Smash that door button. Perhaps we should venture in. Friends?
I just take my umbrella, which is reinforced like obsidian, and I just fucking smash it at the door.
What? You are actually smashing the door.
I'm gonna smash the door, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, you approach and you hit the door, and it's pretty hefty, but it sort of gives and slams open, sort of swings inwards, and you see inside like there's all kinds of rubble strewn across the floor, some broken bits of wooden furniture, and you can see there's like a guy, like a half-orc man in like robes, like scrabbling around at the floor, and as you smash the door open, he's like, who goes there?
I didn't. Oh gosh.
I think the momentum carries me forward, and I just like fall over into this heap. Just prone.
Oh my goodness! Am I under attack? Are you bandits?
Yes.
we're not.
He's clearly not armed in any way, and he's just like wearing like some fairly standard sort of like scholar's robes.
Don't
and he's
worry,
got
good man.
Yeah, he's got like big bushy mutton chops and some scraggy hair. Standard sort of half-orc green skin.
Can't I get up? Kind of poke you with the end of my cane. Get up.
As I'm trying to get up, I'm like leaning over, and this open basket that I carry around on my back, all like scrolls are like falling out over me, and my straw hat is in my face, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I did not think anyone was living here. Like, outside is a mess. I thought this was like some sort of like ruin. Like, I didn't expect to get all.
What's obviously yes. Well, no problem at all. Here, let me help you up. And he sort of tentatively gives you a hand to help you stand up.
I reach for it and I try and pull myself up to stand up.
It's like, oh, you're heavier than you look. Okay. Sort of dusts himself off. Sort of takes a few steps back and sort of. So, who are you people? What are you doing here?
We're the Ragamuffins. What are you doing here?
We're not the Ragamuffins.
What are we? Are we the Ragamuffins? What is a Ragamuffin?
No, Garland. Ignore him. We're not Ragamuffins.
Yes, sir. I will ignore him.
All of this is going on in front of this orc as well. We're just arguing. We just kicked down his door, smashed it, and scrolls everywhere, and we're basically arguing about what we're called.
DnD.
We're a group of like-minded adventurers. We spotted this tower when we're heading towards the whispering gorge down yonder.
Yes. Okay.
We thought we'd come take a look.
Yes. Do you have any special interest in the waypost, or is it something I can help you with? I mean, I'm here studying, and I'm actually trying to figure out how to get this thing working. Actually.
Studying, eh?
Yes.
Get this thing working, eh?
What is a waypost? What did you call it?
I mean, that's what this is. It's a waypost. You've just stumbled across this, and
What do you weigh?
not that sort of way, young goblin. Actually, it's a waypost, like a post on the way of something.
The way to where?
Well, to many places actually. Although this one,
everything a place on the way to everything.
Yes, very perceptive. Does anybody else want to? Can I talk to somebody else about this?
Yes, you can talk to me. Ignore the rest.
Okay.
So you said get it working. What do you need? What do you mean working?
Well, you know what this place is, of course. Yes.
I mean, I do, obviously, but I think you should probably explain it for the rest of them.
Right.
I know what it is. We used to use it back in battles and to move troops around.
Yes, exactly. Right, yes. The wayposts are, well, they're ancient technology, you see, and what they do is they've got magic circles in them, and you sort of like move some of the rubble around, and you can see there's like carved into the ground, and sort of like with old faded paint is like a magic circle, just basically all in the bottom of the floor, the bottom level. And what we do is we'd use these, especially during the wartime, to move people around. Obviously, it's limited in how many we can move around, so we usually use them to strategically move elite units or move commanders around and things like that. As you can see, this one is in disrepair, and the magic circle is not functioning. So I have been here trying to get working, but unsuccessfully so far.
Oh, what do you think you need to get it working, good man? Apologies. What is your name?
Oh, yes, my name's Jack, like the card.
Jack, like the card.
Yes.
Jack, like the card. I am Lysander Linden.
Lysander. Oh, okay. Well, very nice to meet you, and you, young goblin and lady, and the Leo friend over there.
That's Garland. I'm Truffle. That's Akane.
Well,
That's Jenkins. Ignore Jenkins.
so have you come here? I hope you haven't come here to use the waypost. As you can see, like I say, it is not. It's out of commission at the moment.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I'm afraid not. I think this might require a very powerful wizard, much more powerful than me, I'm afraid.
You're a wizard?
Yes, of course. Yes. And he pats his spellbook that's sort of like hanging at his side.
Do you know how to...
He looks at Lysander like, what are you? Stay away from my spellbook.
I have somewhat of an interest in magic, good fellow. Perhaps we could share knowledge.
Perhaps, yes.
What else is in this tower? Any books? Anything of interest? Hidden
Oh,
tidbits?
no. I mean, they weren't really used for storage of any kind. They were really just, quite, as you can see, quite Spartan. Their original creators clearly had a very specific use in mind for them, and that was all.
Is there stairs in here?
Would there be stairs? I don't think there would be stairs. Maybe like a little ladder that leads up to the top outside, but
Right.
no, there would just literally be just like one big chamber, like one
Right.
big teleportation chamber, basically.
And it's just rubble on the floor. There's no juicy books or anything.
No, there's no, like a few, like I say, maybe bits of broken furniture or something, like a couple of chairs that have just been smashed in, but that's it. And he, like Akane would know, and he would tell you that basically these things are, they're like a network of teleportation circles that can move you around, assuming you know where the other ones are.
Right.
So Jack, I guess break it down for us. What's the main problem here? Is it that you don't have the experience, or you don't, or you know what's wrong but don't have the equipment needed to fix it?
I'm aware that the creation of teleportation circles is quite high level magic, which I have not been able to master yet, and I believe these circles in particular are quite special, so you would need perhaps even more specialized magic in order to replicate them. We could create a more mundane teleportation circle, I suppose, but wouldn't be part of the special network of wayposts.
Interesting. Say that last part again. Are you saying you can create waypoints?
Well, whoever created these wayposts originally designed them to be a closed network, as it were, for them to travel around in. But modern day teleportation circles, you attune to one and then you can teleport there and back, and it works like that. But these are different.
So what would you need to get this going? Like a really good wizard?
I think we would need a very powerful wizard, yes. Sorcerer or something like that, perhaps an artificer.
But my man, you look very able and thick. Look at that thick tome on your hip. You must have some skill in there, mustn't you?
You seem awfully interested in my tome, Mr. Linden.
I love books, I must say, and I get out my little journal. I was like, I've got a few in here myself.
Ah, yes, a fellow
Just a
scholar. Yes, I understand.
Yes, indeed. I mean, forgive me for overstepping my mark, but might we be able to exchange? Take a look at yours. Show you mine. Show you yours.
You want me to teach you some of my magics? I mean, you could do.
Yes.
It's what
if
you
you've got,
desire.
yes.
Perhaps we could do an exchange of knowledge. I teach you a spell, and you teach me a spell. Obviously,
Wonderful.
we'd have to sit down and spend some time understanding and copying it out.
Yeah, I mean, if look at Akane and Truffle, if you don't mind.
Works for me. And I just take another swig of my rice wine and pass it to Truffle.
Jenkins, chairs. Or chair.
It's like, yeah, of course, yeah. Pulls out a chair, whatever stool that he has in his bag, plops it down. There you go, boss. One chair. Anything else? Drink, food?
My man Jack, what would you like? Food, drink? You look parched. Jenkins wine.
Oh, of course, sir. Plops down his bag, starts rummaging. Moment later, he produces this bottle of wine and hands a cup of it to Jack and a cup of it to you.
I've just got this like instant like wooden cup on hand. I'm like,
And I'm like, to an exchange of knowledge, Jack.
Oh, yes. Well, you seem like an okay sort. Yeah. Exchange of knowledge. So, what is it that you, what are you offering to teach me?
Well, I have a few tidbits under my sleeve. What would you be interested in? Illusions, and I use like minor illusion just to create like a little swirly, like a dancing girl in my palm, or perhaps the ability to turn invisible, or something of that. I can perform magical ceremonies.
The best one ever.
The best one.
He's like, oh, you can do that as well. Very good.
Yeah. Yes. Personally, maybe it would help if I was to what I'm interested in. I would be more interested in something of a ritualistic nature.
Ritualistic nature. Yes. Okay. He's looking through his book. This is me looking for ritual spells.
Yeah.
Ritual spells.
at this point, I'm still trying to kind of pass my wine to Truffle. Truffle, you taking it?
I take the wine flask, and then I turn away, and then I cast Minor Illusion, and I create another one, and I place them both on the table.
And I'm like, oh. And I go to reach for one of the left one.
Which one do you go for?
The left one.
The left one. Okay,
Yeah.
I'd like you to roll a d20, please.
What?
You need to beat a 15.
Wizards. Okay.
What is that? That's a 7. You you pick the illusion, and your hand goes straight through it.
Okay. Then I'll just go for the right one.
Yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's it. Basically, that spell, if you beat my spell save, you can tell it's an illusion. That's all it is.
So I'm like, wow, Truffle. I mean, I don't know if it's the alcohol, but that is really good. Have you always been able to do that?
Yeah, I mean, nothing big. It's like, so I can make sounds, and I can make my voice really like big or really small, and I can do the same with your voice. It's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't found any use for it other than making sure that I've got like a beat to play to practice my flute, like a metronome. But beyond that, it's just a thing I can do.
Okay.
I wonder. I mean, let's talk about battle strategies, right? I mean,
I don't know what that means.
So if you can intimidate a foe into believing you're stronger than you are, it's often an effective way to get the edge in battle. Is there anything you can use it? Like, can you make yourself bigger? How big can you make yourself a beard?
I can make myself have a beard.
I mean, that's not intimidating.
That's pretty tough.
Tough but not intimidating.
I can disappear. That's not very intimidating.
Can you make a moving copy of yourself?
Nope.
What if you just stand really still?
I can stand really still. Yep.
So that's also not an effective battle strategy.
Yeah, I think you and I need to probably talk a little bit more. I don't know many things. Yeah.
Well, why don't we go outside and we can just go sit in the sun, have a drink.
I can boil a kettle with just my mind.
That's pretty impressive. Can you boil somebody's blood?
Only if they're wearing metal.
I think we just go outside and we just continue this conversation.
Could go on for a
We'll do
while.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
eventually just trying to get, get him to think aggressive, intimidating, gore, violent, death, fight, and he just keeps coming up with these really innocent ideas for illusions.
Oh dear. Garland joins you as well. He just plops himself down next to you guys. So yeah, Jack rifles through his spell book, and he says, "Oh well, I could help you with a spell that will be able to read any language, or it'll help you. One that'll help you. If you have an item that you don't know what it is, you'll be able to find out information about it, or." Oh, one that'll help you find out if there's anything magical in the area. Any of those sound of interest to you?
Yes, the ability to see magic in the area would be very handy for what we're for people like us, adventurers.
It's a common, useful spell, yes.
It's
Very
cool.
useful.
Although the language one does intrigue me. I love, as a scholar, fellow scholar, I'm sure you understand. You know, to read all manner of hidden tidbits would be wonderful. Well, if just the one is on the table and not the two, I would certainly appreciate the ability to see magic. Unless you can be persuaded.
Depends how much magical ink you've got on you. Whatever it is, the special ink that you need that costs 50 gold pieces per serving.
Yeah, I have. Hang on. So I have that for that. I think I've only got one. Yeah.
One ink.
I mean, I think I have just about enough myself to copy down a single spell. You know, always keep a little vial just in case.
Yes, of course. So between us, we can work something out. I'm sure
We can do one each. Yes.
one each. Yes, wonderful. So, what would you be interested in?
He'll just take random one of your spells that he thinks sounds interesting.
One
of the non-offensive ones.
Yeah, unseen servant, I think.
Yeah, he'd like that. Yeah, help him move the rubble and shit.
Okay. So mechanically, I am sans ink. Okay. And I gain detect magic.
Yes.
Ha! Marvelous.
You want to do it again? You need to go and buy some 50 gold piece ink.
Yeah.
Or whatever the equivalent is. I know, wizard. I don't know what they do.
It's copying is 50 gold pieces. Oh, detect magic, where are you? There you are. Okay.
So yes, you make your scholarly transaction. You spend the hour or whatever it is between you just describing what it is and how the incantation and what you need to do and writing it down and so on. And you complete the task and you now have detect magic in your spell book. Congratulations.
Yay! I will then spend another 10 minutes casting it. just a test. Just a test.
He's like, oh, I understand, yes. And he starts casting Unseen Servant.
And what does it look like once you finish casting it? Well, how does it detect it? What's the area of effect and what does it look like? Is it like glow pink or?
He would only see it himself.
Yeah. So within 30 feet, I see a faint aura, basically. So it would be, I guess the aura, you can tell what type of magic it is, so I guess the colour of the aura would depend on the type of magic. You can arbitrarily assign colours as per the school of magic at the time. But yeah,
so is it items?
I'm gonna do that.
No, yeah, whatever. Flavor wave.
Flavor wave. Is it items or is it spells?
So it is
magical effects.
Magical effects. Anything magic.
Yes.
Ooh.
Including so
If
including,
there was a magical item, you would see it. If there was a spell on an item, you would see that thing light up, like a trapdoor, for example. You'd see
So
the door
who's
light
got
up.
magic items on them?
so immediately I guess there's this aura from outside.
And what do I see as being magical?
Truffle's flute glows.
Flute.
Yeah, your cane glows.
Dunno.
And my shoes
Cane's
glow.
bog
flip-
clogs
my
glow.
clogs.
I forgot about the bog clogs.
Oh, for goodness sake.
And I'm like the flute makes sense, my cane makes sense. Clogs?
Does my teal matador suit light up? Because I've just remembered what we bought.
I'm afraid it is not magical Spanish fine clothing.
Shame.
Although what you do notice is that Garland is slightly glowing constantly.
Interesting.
Like all of him is just like slightly magical.
I guess I stand back and I look at Garland and I'm like, Garland, you're beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I do not know if I have ever been called beautiful before. Then again, I do not remember many things. Thank you.
What about Jack? Anything going on with Jack? Magical teeth or something?
No, he doesn't have any magical objects on him. You can see obviously that he's casting some kind of spell. He's casting Unseen Servant. Then you see the Unseen Servant pop up. It's just like this sort of eerie, sort of shifting silhouette of a person, magically glowing.
Poor bastard.
And he just orders it to start picking up rocks and moving them around.
And we're like, oh, see? What an exchange.
Very useful. I'm glad you came along here, quite frankly.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It has, yes. And if you do see any wizards laying around who just don't seem to be doing anything with their time, please send them over here. But I don't hold high hopes.
I'll do my best. One last thing. Is there any libraries nearby anywhere?
Libraries.
I'm a book man. I need books.
I think the nearest city would be Ciendara. Probably has a large library. You might find some books in the temple in Viazzo. Temple of the Balance might have a small collection of books, but they'd be fairly common ones, copies of common books. But yeah, either that, or you would have to head to a city, I think.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you, Jack.
And you and your friends, who seem quite pleasant.
Yeah, something like that. I'll walk out. What are you two talking about?
And I suppose there's another one where I can tell a joke, and if that's really funny, then they can fall
Still discussing
over sometimes. That's I don't think that's intimidating either.
Garland's
You
like,
make them laugh,
could you tell me a joke, friend? I want to see if I will laugh.
Okay. Why did Valleor cross the road?
There are many reasons why a Leora would need to cross a
Oh,
road.
oh! No, don't answer that one. I got another one. I'm not very good at this. Can we?
It is okay, my friend. You do not need to tell me a joke.
I want to tell you a joke.
I'm sure you
Leave it
can't-
with me.
I'm sure you can't on later, Truffle. And just on that laughing one, maybe you could make them laugh so hard they bite their tongue off.
Well, how would that help?
It would hurt.
Miss Akane is very knowledgeable in the ways of battle, it seems.
I don't know any battle where.
And I'm like, you're right, Garland. And I just kind of like, I'm up here, right?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, drink?
I do not need to drink. I
I
am
don't
unable
need-
to drink.
I don't need to drink either. Don't let anyone else tell you any differently.
Thank you.
I choose to.
I roll hard. Well, that was eventful. Should we head back? Quite an adventure.
Yeah. So what happened? What did you find?
Oh, I managed to learn a new spell. It was a rather lovely gentleman.
Excellent. What does it do?
I can see magic things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what?
Things. Like Garland here. He's positively resplendent.
Oh, I am magical. He's sort of like,
Interesting.
huh?
And some things are understandable. Some objects that you possess are understandable. The one thing I am questioning is magic shoes.
Ah. Are you talking about these ones?
Yes. I
So,
don't need to know, unless you want to tell me.
I mean, if they go missing, I'll know who took them.
Well, they're not exactly my style. Don't worry.
And they're also attuned to me as well, so you'd have to kind of... Anyway, there was one time, it was...
To kill you.
What?
That's, I don't know. What? What do they do?
Oh, it was one time, I was working in the north. I had this big contract there, huge rainy season, like everybody was getting trench foot. I can't remember which army at the time I was drafted into, and we were just churning out armor, you know, kind of all sorts of various plate mail and steel mail, and my feet started to get really funky as well. And actually, that became one of the biggest problems for that particular battle, is that all the soldiers were going in with this sort of trench foot. I've been working on these for a while, and essentially I call them my bog clogs. They actually allow me to walk on top of water, so I never had to get my feet wet. And they're obviously clogs, so that my feet can still breathe as well. So they do get slightly wet from walking on water. You know, it doesn't get kind of soaked into the material. So there you have it. Very legitimate reason. Took me a while. One of my prized possessions, and if they do go missing, I'll break your knuckles.
Well, as I said, they're not my style. Akane. And why would I steal from one of you? You cast me as some kind of thief, common thief. I could buy a pair of those, don't worry.
Well, Lysander, don't forget as well, I mean, Common Thief is good. I mean, we started off this adventure, and I used to think you were much more higher up in the criminal empire. So, I mean, the fact that you're now
empire?
now you're a thief, well, we're essentially like, you know, kind of, we're better friends than we've ever been.
A criminal? What on earth led you to believe I was part of a criminal empire?
We still never talked about how my debt disappeared.
It made it go away. It's not criminal.
They were some really mean people.
They were. Should we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Where are
Truffle,
we?
you ready?
Begins.
Where are we going?
Oh! Stop! I've got a joke. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, Garland, you ready?
I am ready. Please tell me
Okay.
a joke.
And I turn to Akane, and I say, Akane, I've got a joke for you. So, I heard that you only drink on days beginning with T. So, what is that? Tuesday, Thursday, today and tomorrow? And I cast Tosh's Hideous Laughter at that time. And you need to roll a d20, please.
Okay, brilliant.
PvP.
Is it a spell? Is it a saving throw?
Yeah,
It's charisma.
you need
isn't
to.
it?
It's wisdom.
Oh, wisdom.
Oh.
No, it's psychic damage.
23.
Oh, you saved.
I think I start to laugh. I'm like, and then I realise I'm like, that's not funny because that's insulting my drinking. And I kind of just figured out what's going on here, and I feel the pull of something on my mind as well. And I just give you this eye, Truffle, like this, like stern, like I know what you did.
I'm pretty sure you also take some psychic damage.
It's not save or suck. I think you do take some.
Yeah, it's not, it's not a
Bullshit,
cantrip,
sir.
so you do take damage.
For target. No. The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or fall prone, become incapacitated and unable to stand. That's all it is.
Oh, I'm thinking of Dissonant Whispers.
At the end of each turn, and each time it takes damage, the target can make another wisdom save. It basically knocks them prone.
Okay.
Okay, so it is Save or Suck. Okay.
Yeah.
God, that would be horrible. Just blasted a mind with psychic damage.
Yeah.
If you want someone to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Well, sorry, Garland. I need to work on it. Did you understand my joke, though?
It was very amusing.
See, it's funny because she's got a problem. Lysander, you thought it was funny, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Oh.
Lady
Jenkins?
Akane, would you like me to help you with your problem?
I don't have a problem. Why does everyone keep saying that?
Oh, I apologize.
So what do you guys want to do now? I mean, I thought this was going to be much more exciting than it actually was.
So wait, Lysander, what did you learn? Did you learn a spell?
Yes, I learned how to see magical things.
Like, what's like books?
Like objects, people, magical effects, things of that nature. That's why we were talking about Kane's shoes.
Oh, I wasn't really paying attention. I was thinking
Yes.
really hard trying to think of a joke.
About jokes, yes, I can imagine.
Mm.
So, what time
Okay.
is it now, roughly? Looking up at the sky. Past midnight.
5 o'clock. 5
Ah,
p.m.
So it's going to take... Oh, we're going to be travelling in the dark if we head back now.
I don't know, you'll get there by the time it's sunset.
Onwards!
If you assume you're heading back to town, is that what you're doing?
Yes.
It's
Heading back
summer,
to
so our suns are set at like 8, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I think heading back, yeah?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So back for the is it Chiwas? Is that what they were called?
Yes, watch out for the Chihuahuas. Dan's face.
Okay. So yeah, let's head back into town.
Okay, you all retrace your steps, pack up your stuff, head back to town. Once again, fairly uneventful trip. It's starting to cool down in the evening. You see some bugs buzzing and flying around, but mostly you don't encounter anything. You can tell that this whole area, this Antilara plateau, is not really inhabited. It's just quite desolate. Not much grows there. It's very dry and hot, and you don't really see anything, any living people out there. And you come back to, about 3 hours later, you end up back in Viazzo, and from there, what do you intend to do?
Blushing gnome.
So yeah, let's head to the Blushing Gnome for a drink
Mm-hmm.
and discuss what we're going to do for the next 5 days while we're waiting for our delivery of horses.
I think I should be retiring for the evening, and I will see you all tomorrow. At the Blushing Gnome, I suppose. You seem to love this place.
How much are you paying for your accommodation? I can't remember.
Nothing for me. Oh,
Did
for you.
Did I give you an actual figure for it?
I think...
Because you've been spending a lot of money.
Yep. I think... I can't remember, actually, off the top of my head.
I need to remember how much you're paying for that and how much you're paying Jenkins, because you paid him last time, didn't you?
Yeah, I paid him, some monies. But I think I've got enough.
Cool. So Lysander leaves you with Jenkins, and
Come on, Jenkins.
yes, boss. And the rest of you head into the Blushing Gnome.
I'm going with Garland to the Blushing Gnome.
Yep.
Oh, is it Anakane? Yep.
Yeah, you head over there, and it is the same as ever. Marcy is busy. I don't know, cooking something in the back. You can smell some kind of meaty concoction cooking. It's not super busy. It's not the busiest day, but most of the tables have got people sitting at them. And Zemsel, who was the
Sexy blue bard.
He was the Water Ganassi bard or something like that.
Yeah, big time.
Just chilling, sitting in the corner with his lute, just playing some songs.
So I think I'll look for a break in between Zemzel's set, and then I'd like to go over and speak to him.
Yeah, sure. He finishes his song. Ring. Oh,
That's how it ends.
hello there. You like the show?
I love the show.
Please, would you make a donation?
And I put a silver piece in.
You are too kind.
No, that was phenomenal. That was phenomenal.
Please, Zemsel. My name's Zemsel, and I am here many nights at the moment. You're welcome to come and see me anytime you want.
And you played here before a couple of years ago, Zemzel.
Yes, I like to make the rounds in Nortigalia. Sometimes here, sometimes Zindara. I go from place to place.
Yeah,
But,
I think
I
I might
like
have
it
seen
here.
you in Sinzara actually. I guess my name's Akane. Nice to meet you.
Oh, and he gives you a hearty handshake. Akane, pleasure
Yeah.
to meet you.
And I'll give him a hearty handshake back. So Zemsel, I guess what's the news on the street? I mean, we've got 4 or 5 days we've got to wait here for. I mean, I'm quite happy just to sit in the tavern all day. But have you heard anything else going on? And any update on these seals? Have you heard about this mass collection of seals that people are doing to get kind of access to Beatrice and maybe get quests?
like the animal.
No, not like the animal.
And he's
like
like
that
just
animal.
casually like playing arpeggios on his lute whilst you're like ding 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 ding.
I think I'm just really, really obviously drunk at this point. Kind of like head down, dreadlocks in my face. No,
And he
not
keeps like
that.
doing like L'Oreal hair, like haha.
Yeah, and I'm like trying to copy him. I'm like, flipping. No, like the actual kind of seal itself. Kind of Queen Beatrice was looking for. Adventurers.
Yes, for the princess. Okay, yes,
For the
she's
pri-
looking
oh,
for
the
the.
princess. I get my royalty mixed up.
She's looking for some people. So, yeah, I've heard a few people have come asking about them, the seals, to Marcy and myself. She told me not to give any specifics out, but I've heard a few rumors floating around the place.
I mean, I'm just giving you a silver piece.
Are you looking for a lead on a seal? Is that what you're after?
I guess so. Something kind of about 4 or 5 days in size.
About 4? Oh my goodness. Well, let me have a think. There is definitely. I don't know if you have spoken to the Lady Sparrow at the temple. She has been looking for someone to take care of a problem recently. And I believe there was an older gentleman. What was his name? Yes, I believe it was. Yes, it was the fisherman Stefano. Yes, he was looking for. He's been having trouble with his fishing lately, and he believes there is a problem that needs looking into.
Interesting.
Maybe look him up. He tends to frequent the Blazing Torch, if you know it.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a tab there. I can't, but I've got money now, so that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, Blazing Torch.
Yes,
Stefano.
yes. Personally, I like to avoid it. It's a bit rough for my tastes, but horses for courses.
Beautiful. Well, look, Zemzel, thank you very much. You keep doing your thing. And I try and do my hair flick before I go.
And if you do go on a quest and get a seal, please, I would love to hear the story behind it when you return.
Well, we've already been.
You have already been on a quest.
And we've got the seal.
He's like, he stops playing. He's like, "You must tell me your tale."
I've said, buy me a drink, and I will regale you with it. And I've also got a friend who also likes to tell stories. He will be more than happy to give you all the details.
He takes the silver piece and he flicks it over to Marcy. He's like, "Marcy, we are drinking tonight." And he takes you over to the bar and starts getting a bunch of drinks in.
Cool. And I think I just regale him about everything we've done. The cave, fighting is it Balian.
Oh.
I kind of talk about how we turned into electricity, how we found the dead dust-tailed traders, how we had this epic battle, how the crystal smashed into a million different pieces, about Truffle the Bard, about Lysander the Bard, about how my life is just ruled by bards. I go on some massive tangent complaining about how I think Lysander's an evil corporate megamind who basically has criminal ties and political influences across the land.
Yeah, he's slung his loot and he's got parchment out and he's furiously taking notes this is so good.
I'm just talking and
Slandering my name.
slandering your name.
And it's at this point that Truffle walks over and says, "What are you doing, Arcane? Why are you talking to him?"
God.
And I'm like,
Bard envy.
I'm just telling Zenz. I'm just telling Zemzo about our experience getting the seal. I'm thinking we need to figure out what we're doing for the next 4 or 5 days.
Oh, so you want your story completely misinterpreted and sung in a poor way? Okay, thought so.
I didn't realise that you sung.
Oh, I sing. I poems, flute, sing. I do it all. I do a little bit of it.
Oh, you are a bard too, my friend.
I am the bard Zemsel.
Oh, perhaps you could teach me a thing or two, the bard.
Probably could. Probably know it all. Probably. I think that's my seat you're in.
Oh, I do apologize. And he just
Don't
casually
apologize.
dances out of the way and he's like, I shall return to my performance, but if you have any more tales, please do. Tell me more.
No, we don't. Akane, why are you talking to him? Huh?
He's kind of backing off, okay.
Yeah, I'm Truffle. I didn't know that you were so precious about this, and just
precious. I'm not precious.
Honestly, for the benefit of the doubt, I think you would completely outdo him. And I was about to propose that we have some massive bard off.
Well, I don't see any reason to sully my talents with a show off like that. I mean, I feel that you got to feel the music. You don't just have to throw it out there willy nilly.
Okay, well, look, I mean, I didn't mean to. Hey,
no, it's fine. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes.
Have you been drinking?
A little bit, but I mean, Lysander said it was okay, and he's a pretty cool guy. So
he's a nice guy.
Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. What's it to you?
I just looked down at this cup of mead in your hand.
Teenage goblin.
Yep. See you later. Come on, Garland. Let's bounce. And I turn on my heel.
Garland just starts bouncing on the spot.
Okay.
That's the end of that scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna take a break here because it is pretty much
Probably
halfway
just as
through.
well.
Oh my god.
I just love that Truffle's gonna get envy anytime you encounter another bard.
Bard envy. Apart from Lysander, who he worships as the chief bard.
Oh,
Yeah, but I feel
dear.
like I could learn a lot. He's cool. This guy's a poser. It's like a hipster of barbs.
Poor old Zemsel. What have you done? Okay.
So DM, I'm going to be asking when we get back where I wake up.
Okay. Roll to
DM,
where you wake up.
I'm going to
Okay.
tell you later on me and Zemsel's backstory because it's deep.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Cool. Okay, we're gonna have a 5-ish minute break, and we will be back shortly.
Bye. Stay safe, kids. Like, subscribe, etc.
Smash like. don't know why we were acting like it's photo.
Hello. We're back.
Hello.
Welcome back to Rolling Thunder D&D. We're back with the second half of our episode where what just happened? Truffle got upset that Akane was telling the story of their quest to another bard, and that was
Lysander got some sweet spell action.
awkward. Lysander got a new spell. You found a waypost, a ruined waypost, and met a wizard named Jack, and decided what you wanted for your boon from the princess. And I think that was that.
God, when you sum it up like that, we've done nothing.
I think we had a lot of feelings and emotions. That was
Many
you can't sum that
feelings.
stuff up.
Many.
It's unquantifiable.
The real loot was the friends we made along the way.
Can't detect magic on our hearts.
Identify these feelings.
We're all like fucking Care Bears at the end.
You can identify, can't you, Truffle? Sorry.
He
doesn't have a pearl.
Not.
No pearl. No pearl, but you can do it.
You can technically do it, yes.
Don't have any money left to buy any pearls. I still need to distribute this 85 gold, but I'm tempted to not.
My instinct says don't give it to Lysander.
Yeah, don't give it to Lysander. We'll end up with another teal matador suit.
Hey, you love that.
I've still got it. It's in my wardrobe, and I've got a lot of I've got a lot of weird stuff in here. I'm just gonna keep it going.
Right.
Anyway, we wake up. I wake up in the Blushing Gnome. Lysander, where do you wake up?
I wake up in my semi-luxurious apartment.
Amazing. Garland wakes up. God, that's a good question. Where does Garland wake up?
I guess she probably just let him power down in the place with you.
Yes, so he powers down, doesn't he? Doesn't it? Yeah. So that's Garland. Akane, where do you wake up?
Akane wakes up, I don't know, in the street somewhere with a taste of dust in her mouth, and
So that's what the kids are calling it these days.
I mean, you know, it's the hot sort of dusty climate, so you sort of like,
Oh.
you're like,
God.
You know, it's like when you're hungover on holiday, you know, and
Yes.
it's somewhere hot, and you're just like, oh.
yeah, and the sun's starting to rise, and you're like, oh no.
Okay.
You become a carry-on character.
I checked to see if I've got all my things. I've got a banging headache, I assume.
Lost 85 gold.
Yes. You know, you tell me if you got a headache. You've got all your things. Nothing's been stolen from you.
Oh, I've got
Apart from
a
your dignity.
banging headache. Okay, I'll make my way back to the Blushing Gnome.
Okay.
I am frying up a storm in the kitchen. Garland has also learnt how to be...
No, you're not frying up a storm. Okay, you can't just randomly take stuff out of the kitchen and start cooking it. You do not own this place.
Okay.
Secret ambition unlocked.
Own the Blushing Gnome.
Oh my god.
We're never leaving this town.
I fucking love Viazzo.
So, what's happening? Akane, you head back to the Blushing Gnome, and you knock, and Truffle lets you in.
He's got his own key. Don't worry about it.
I'm like, smells good in here. Smells good. He's been cooking up a storm.
Yeah, definitely not truffle.
Marcy, breakfast, please.
Where? Excuse me? Did you... What are you doing here?
Look,
Here to break our fast.
we can keep pretending that this isn't normal, but this is the second time I've woken up here and had breakfast.
Aye, I'll start whipping something up, but you're paying for it this time.
Oh, you're a star. Absolutely. I've got a major headache, so if everybody can just speak in quiet inside voices, please.
Oh, no problem. I'll be very quiet. Starts clanging around pans and stuff.
And I'm right. Right, Truffle, you can't do anything with your magic to get rid of that noise, can you?
I actually can. I I cast minor illusion to reduce the volume of the the pots. That's all I can do on both items. The pots are now like they're covered in wheat.
Yeah, it's now just slightly muffled pot clanging.
Yeah.
Is that an illusion from the kitchen to me, or do the pots actually like when Marty hits them down this
Oh
way?
yeah, the pot. No, it's to everything. The pots have literally been muffled by a little smack of a little click of the fingers. A little spark comes with the fingers, and the pots are now like.
I'm like, thanks, hun, and I just kind of like stroke him on the back, and wait for Lysander, I guess.
Lysander arrives at some point later, mid-morning-ish.
Breakfast plates are out. We've had like 3 portions of breakfast.
Yeah, I think it's well past breakfast time, and I'll just saunter in. Like,
Basti probably just make something really simple, like some fried potatoes with some spice and herbs or something.
Little patatas bravas.
Yeah, something like that.
kind of knock with my cane on the door and be like, ugh, we're here again.
You get that sort of smell of like grease and beer and stuff slowly wafting. You're like,
I'm prestidigitation, like the area around me to smell so flowery, like constantly, like, oh god.
Yeah. So yeah, they let you in if you're going in, or do you guys coming out? How is it? What are you all doing? You tell me.
Lysander, come join us. Have some patatas bravas.
No, I'm fine. What are we doing?
Lysander,
we've got
you look
days to wait.
Yeah, you look different today. What's going on? What am I noticing?
What do you mean? What you noticing? I always look like this.
You seem slightly off, and are you slightly off, by the way, or am I just?
I'm looking. When I was adventuring, I was living vicariously, Adam. He was very chiseled features, 5 o'clock shadow. Now the 5 o'clock shadow is gone. He's basically, you can't tell if he could even grow a beard. Looking quite feminine, effete.
Nice. You definitely.
Previously, when you first encountered in Viazzo.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure your face has changed.
Oh yes, it's quick, cleaned up. No problem. What are we doing? Everyone's eating, or what is?
So I vaguely remember a couple of things last night. Talking to this very sexy bard called
He wasn't that
Zemzel.
sexy, to be fair.
He was gorgeous, Truffle.
Okay.
I mean, look, okay, so this is a thing now, by the way, Lysander, Truffle and Zemzel. But also I was speaking to him about potential other things we could do for the next 4 or 5 days while we're waiting to for our horses and stuff to be organised. Essentially two things. So these are, assuming that these seals haven't been claimed yet, and judging from the people that we've met in town, I'm not sure anybody really kind of stacks up to us, so they should still be kind of there. Lady Sparrow at the temple is looking for some help, and also Stefano the fisherman has a bit of a problem with his fishing, which could be anything, right? We don't know. Truffle just could.
Smells like fish.
Well, we need an artificer. Fish. No, that joke didn't land. I'm not funny. I'm very, very hungover. That's not very funny. Yeah. So it could be about that. It could be some. I don't know. We should go speak to him.
But why?
Why? Yes, indeed, Travel. Why?
Well, I just figure we should help some folk out. And honestly,
Well, we've already got a seal. Do I still have the seal, or did I have to give it back?
You gave it. You gave it.
Aww.
I know. Well, unless we could just wait for 4 days, if you guys want to do that.
I'm sure I could amuse myself for 4 days, but we should really help the townsfolk if they need it. It'd be nice to talk to some other people.
I mean, I don't want to twist your arm, guys. Like, if we can, I can quite comfortably occupy myself for 4 to 5 days. I just don't know where I'll end up.
Well,
So yeah, you guys can either directly do something, or we can time lapse, and I will roll encounters during that time. So it's up to you guys what you want to do.
Let's do the time lapse again.
don't think Lysander is down for either of those things.
I mean, if
So
you're
he
not
wants
down
to
for
get out of
doing,
his town.
if you're not down for doing anything, then you can just say you wait around, not doing stuff
So-
for a few days.
I will be not waiting. I don't think Lysander would be waiting around with these clowns, though.
So I
I would just be hanging. I'm inseparable from Garland.
And I just order, kind of what is it, mid-morning? I order a beer from Marcy, and the last words I say before the time lapse is, "What's the worst that can happen?"
Montage.
5 days later, no.
I can't. He's dead.
I'll be checking in with everyone daily, but then I'll be going off and doing my own thing.
Okay.
Truffle is learning to do drum rolls on his marching drum and learn some pretty sick Spanish finger picking and a lute.
Okay.
Straight up drinking, baby.
Straight up sacrificing people. I'm not doing that.
Right, what am I looking for here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have dice.
Oh my god, no dice.
No DJ.
No
The
DJ.
stream seems to have frozen as well, unless it's just on my side.
No, it is frozen for me as well. It's frozen with me doing this. Like I'm scared of something.
When
It's
your
frozen.
heart's not open.
Was I on?
Stream's frozen?
Was it?
Apparently so.
Mm-hmm.
Judging
Oh,
by
it's
what-
working again. It's working. It's working.
Hi guys, sorry about that.
Hi guys.
Everyone's like, I don't know what you're talking about. The stream's not frozen.
Yeah. Freeze.
That's weird.
Um,
It's like coincided with me getting up or something.
yeah, man, you broke the stream by getting up. Because you had no dice. The stream just went, nah.
Never cross the streams.
Oh, he's rolling. They hating.
He's rolling.
So, a couple of days pass and nothing really happens. Akane just keeps getting drunk. Truffle and Garland go on various wanderings and talking to people and trying to just exploring the place. Lysander, who knows what he gets up to. But you all, you check in once a day with each other just to make sure if there's any news and see how it's going. Maybe you do it at the Blushing Gnome, maybe you do it at the Bittersweet Draft, which was the coffee place, if you recall. And on the third day, you decide to meet up in the square, have a look at the market and stuff, see if there's anything of interest to buy. And
Is there anything of interest?
well, if you're looking for something specific, you could find, it's a pretty big market. It seems like a lot of the shopping that people do here for like food and general things is done at the market rather than like in a shop in this town. And there's a lot of like that sort of trade.
Is there any fancy bread?
I mean, yeah, you would probably find some nice fresh bread somewhere.
I'd like to buy some fancy breads and a small wicker basket, and possibly some fresh veggies.
Just whimsy.
No.
Sure.
There's a reason. And then I'm gonna. How much will that cost me?
I don't know, 3 copper.
Cool. And then I'm gonna run them over to Marcy, and I'm going to thank her for looking after Garland and letting Garland stay as well. And I'll give her the basket of
Aw.
fresh bread and veggies.
Okay, but before that happens, you intend to do that. But whilst you
Yeah,
guys
I
are browsing the market, and it's quite bustling. Maybe it's like late morning, coming up to midday. It's quite warm, hot day, and you hear over from the east side of the market, which is where the path sort of opens up and heads towards the river and over towards the north. You hear a scream from someone over there screams suddenly, They're like, ah, help, help! And I think you probably all would hear the growling. And people start to sort of like shuffle around and scatter and panic. They're like, ah, what's going on? What's going on? Help me!
I spoke towards
Shall we?
And you're just like, you're like on the other side looking at market stalls, and you hear this from behind you, basically.
I would start sprinting, I think.
I would turn around to see if I could see what it was.
So you like strain? Give me a perception check.
Oh, wonky eye.
Oh my god, is this the first actual roll of the day?
Roll!
Oh no, you had a detect.
My sweet humour.
14.
Okay, yeah. So you're like looking around. You like people are sort of panicking and like milling and stuff. But you're like looking, and you catch that there's like a group of wolves over on the other side. Actually, wolves. I'm gonna move you on to
The wolf map.
the map.
Battle!
Oh dear, is that?
I think you've been on this map before. Yeah, you have.
we are.
Oh yeah, that's where we heard the princess speak for the first time.
Jenkins. My man.
So you see this group of wolves, and I just used this random token over here as a random civilian.
We've got to keep him alive.
Kimari. My man. He's alive.
It's like, help me! And the wolves like prowling up to him, like,
No!
and they start to like encircle.
I can't take his death again. We have to save him.
You guys could probably have like a free turn of doing something before they will do angry wolf things, and we're all initiative. So you can all do a turn. Oh, Oren's here. Let's get rid of that.
I will be hanging at the back and waiting for everyone else to run and do stuff, and I'll be like, yeah, we should do stuff. I'm staying at the back.
By the way, these are your positions from before, so you could start somewhere else around these market stalls.
I'm fine staying here. Far away from the wolves.
I don't have my shield on me. We're just browsing the market. It's back at the inn. Where's the inn?
The inn is probably 5-10 minutes walk away.
You're gonna have to get some punching on.
I look for a market stall, then with some sort of arm or weapon stall.
+1 weapons.
Market stall. Pick up a desk.
Is there a kind of armor smith or weapon store around?
Yeah, there's one with just some basic, like, pretty basic looking swords and clubs and things. I guess, there's a few sort of soldiers and stuff around town, so...
Is there any shields?
Yeah, there'd be a shield. Like, it'd be a pretty simple, basic shield, but you could get one.
Do I need to use my shield of denial in order to be able to channel my abilities?
Yeah, you would need your actual shield of denial.
Okay, so I'll run to the nearest stall then, find a suitably. I will dual shield. So I'll basically grab a shield for both arms, and I'll run towards the wall.
I mean, you could just like go and grab them off the table and be like, "I'll pay for these in a minute."
Yeah, I imagine like. And imagine as I'm doing it, I'm like, "Well, are you gonna do anything about the wolves?" And he's just like, "Nope."
Nice.
And I'm like, "Well, shut up then," and I'm just like running to battle. I guess Truffle and Lysander just see me running with like 2 shields on my arm.
Oh dear. Oh man, I'm trying to put the map window on, but it's all messed up. I'll just leave it on.
Theater of the mind.
Everyone else can just take a sort of word of what's happening. Okay, so right, so run it by me what everyone's doing quickly. You grab the
Truffle
shields.
is gonna run 30 full speed forwards, and then use minor illusion because this is his new favourite thing.
Apparently,
and make the sound of a lion at a screaming volume.
Okay.
At the wolf.
Right, so what is the deal with minor illusion?
It's literally your choice, mate. It's an illusion that can make sounds or small objects, and there's no saves, there's no anything else, right? They can roll investigation as to whether against my spell DC, if they can discern if it's an illusion, we'll do that. That makes sense.
Right, but there are like actual proper spells for that kind of thing, so I think getting the value out of those of a cantrip would be a bit cheating.
Exactly, right. So
you can do it, but they would probably not they would probably not do anything about it.
Then I don't know that. I'm gonna make a sweet lion's roar.
I'm gonna take cover behind some barrels.
I don't have a token for Garland, so here he is.
Garland, my sweet boy.
Cracking out the classics.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to take cover behind some barrels, something that can give me total cover.
I need to move my piece.
Nice. Okay.
So, get out of the way, Garland.
Oh, sorry. I am sorry. Garland's just like following you, like.
Go behind these barrels.
What do we do, Truffle?
Well, you are damaged, so you need to stay safe.
Oh, you do not want me to assist you?
If I'm in real trouble, sure. But for now, look after yourself.
Okay. And that'd be 6 seconds, more than. So let's roll initiative. Hey, let me get up. Where's the thingy?
9.
Bam!
Truffle got a 20.
I kinda got a 20. And now
mine's an unnatural 20.
Oh man, you did it too quickly.
I didn't click on my character. Do you want me to do it again, or does it matter now?
Yeah, can you do it? Click on your thing, and then I'll just make it whatever your roll was.
Oh, okay, got you.
The player can adjust their initiative roll as well.
Okay, cool.
Saves you one less thing.
The player can do it. Good God.
Yeah.
Natural everything.
So I got 20, did I?
I got 45.
Yeah, you got a natty 20. I got a. Oh god, I've got +5 to my initiative.
I do not believe you. We need a can. Here we go. I'll do it. You got 20. 20. Let's do that. Oh. Truff would definitely go first. I don't know why he's. There we go. Okay, so Lysander sort of takes cover behind some barrels. Akane grabs these two shields, and Truffle run as fast as he can over to the assistance of these. And Truffle acts first, in fact.
So Truffle is going to run forward 30 foot and fire his crossbow at the gent on the top. The first wolf he can see and reach.
Mm-hmm.
And he fires it with firing abilities, and that's an unfortunate 10.
The wolf darts its head up and sees it coming, and quickly sort of weaves underneath the bolt, and it sort of dunks into the ground next to him.
And that is his entire action.
And it just snarls at you.
Snarl back.
Akane.
So I run forward. I'm looking at this person who's running away from the wolves. What do they look like? Are they frail, or are they just a civilian?
They're just like an old man. He doesn't look particularly frail, but he's just like a regular guy. He's not like a fighter or anything, so he's just panicking and dropping whatever shopping he had and just going, oh!
Okay. I will probably... Let's see. I will cast Dangerous Ground around where the wolves are. So I'm running over and my hair's batting all over the place. I got my 2 shields, and I can do it within 60 feet in a 20 foot by 20 foot radius, so I probably cast it just behind him. And I kind of slam my kind of fists together, looking at the ground where I want to cast it, and it kind of starts to kind of become really unstable. Cracks and fissures start to appear. And
So
the ground
what's the size of it?
20 by 20.
So, like, where do you want it?
Just, kind of. Does that have to be a perfect square? Yeah, I guess. I guess what I'd like to do is do it diagonally, just around these two wolves here.
Oh my god, it's so hard to move. What the hell? Roll 20. Just behind. You want it here?
So yeah, perfect. I'm screaming out at the same time. Truffle, get the one on the left.
Yeah, so you guys see these cracks and fissures, and the ground sort of starts going, you know, like literally like parts of it moving up, and parts of it like shaking around, and the wolves are like trying to find their feet on this floor. Was there some kind of saving throw for that, or is it just like difficult terrain?
They must succeed on the strength saving throw. Oh no, it's penance. It's difficult terrain, I think.
Whoa!
Dude. Okay, so that's a can onto wolf at the bottom. Just check what they can do. Let's pop that out. So he can move 40 feet. Look at that.
Jeez.
Fast boy.
And it's going to... What would it do? I think they were going for this guy, so he's going to go for that guy.
I used the wrong spell. I'm sorry, guys.
And he leaps at the guy's throat, and with one bite just rips it out. And the guy's like... just collapses to the ground.
Fan favourite villager. Villager number 1.
And the wolf's just got blood dripping down its muzzle. It's like...
How the fuck did these wolves get in here?
It's almost like it's nature.
And the next wolf will move 40 feet, which is going to be here.
Difficult terrain.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There.
Way to slow him down.
Yeah, I
1,
should
2.
have boosted the guy up into the air. That would have made sense.
Just like one of those swimming puppies above a pool.
Oh, that wasn't that one's go. Sorry. It's Lysander is next.
Oh. Lysander will pop his head out and cast at... I can hit any of them. I'm going to cast Black Bolt at this guy up to the north. So I'm just going to pop out and just with my cane. 18 to hit.
Yep, I'll do it.
That's a 1. It's a big old 1 on the.
Oh!
So you manage to just strike it, but it just sort of like just skitters over its shoulder and sort of grazes its fur and sort of leaves a singed mark across its skin.
Like,
You ruined the pelt.
Get back down behind the barrels.
Oh.
End
Like
of turn.
whack-a-mole.
Yeah.
This wolf is going to charge towards Truffle and attack him.
Good luck.
11.
Does not hit.
Truffle sees it coming and quickly dances out of the way of this attack, and this one will also 2, 3, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. There, charge after it, but it's too far away to do anything.
Of course it is, man.
Truffle, Davids.
Okay, Truffle Davids would like to firstly cast Bane on the 3. The 3 at the front, please. I need you to make charisma saving throws.
18, 14, -1.
Okay, so 2 of them are baned. And so basically whenever they do an attack roll or a saving throw, they need to minus a d4 for those two. That's my action. And then my bonus action, I would like to disengage.
Goblin
No,
shenanigans.
Actually, no, he won't. His bonus action, he will use his keepsake flute. And then we'll give a bardic inspiration die to Akane. Which, for you, Akane, that is basically a d6 that you can use anytime within the next 10 minutes, and you can add that to saving throws or attack rolls or anything like that.
Correct.
Nice.
That is my turn!
Okay. Akane.
Oh, I should probably add that you can do it after a roll as well. I think.
Oh, okay.
So if you woof it, you can add your inspiration to add it.
Okay, I'm looking at the situation. I'm a little bit worried. There's two wolves around Truffle right now. I'm going to cast Penance to try and encase one of these wolves in a stony prison.
Okay.
So I look at the one which is directly in front of him. And put my hands together. And it's a strength saved and DC 15 fails.
12.
Beautiful. So yeah, I kind of I put my fist together, looking at the wolf, and I guess the ground just kind of grows up and swallows this kind of wolf and just like locks him in this prison.
And he is restrained. Use their action to attempt to break free. Okay. Awesome. Anything else?
No. I just... yeah, I'm going to move. And I'm going to kind of run forward to try and intercept. So yeah, I run here.
Okay. Okay. Zawolf runs over and sees its next target, leaps at Akane, and attempts to bite at you. Savage fangs. 16.
No, I've got 18 armor class.
Oh, actually. $22.
That's a hit.
Is that pack tactics?
Yes.
Tactics.
And that's with your D4? Oh no, it doesn't matter, it'll be 18 anyway, never mind.
It's also not baned.
Aha, that's what I was wondering. Cool.
So, I guess using the wolf next to it, they sort of like duck and weave around each other, and you're not quite sure which one's going to jump at you, and this one leaps out and takes a big bite at your arm, and you take 9 piercing damage.
Okay, is that -1 because of my unrivaled resilience?
Yes.
So that's...
You're gonna have to work out really cunning ways to kill Akane. She's tough.
That's the whole point. And the other one will do the same. It's only 14, so you're ready for this one, but the other one caught you otherwise, and you bat it down with your shield, and it's sort of unable to get at you. Lysander, you're up.
God, none of them have taken any damage yet, have they?
There's
One of them are taking
got
1
point.
damage.
That was yours, wasn't it?
Oh God, yeah. Which one was that? Was that this guy?
Yeah, as the one that is currently restrained. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna poke my head over, and I'm just gonna put my hand up to the sky and pull down, and a bell is gonna appear above his head, and I'm gonna toll the dead.
Toll the dead.
Please make a DC 15. That's big fat. Yeah, DC 15 wisdom save.
18.
Fucking wisdom. Yeah,
Smart
so
wolf.
it goes bong. It's black. black belt. Oh God, I'm dying.
God, Corona.
Rolled so
Corona.
badly.
COVID-19.
Yeah, so this big, it's like a black bell with, it's like an old copper bell that's gotten so dirty it's gone black.
Oh.
There's bongs, but I guess I haven't quite got it right yet. Ah, damn you. And I'm gonna duck down behind my barrels again.
Pop.
Fucking loves those barrels, man.
Mate, I'm not popping out from behind those barrels.
I don't know why it keeps freezing on the stream. Oh, there you go. So who's next in the action? It's Wolf, who is restrained, and it's going to furiously try and break free of its earthen prison, which it is unable to do. It sort of like tries to like slam its body against this solid rock wall, but is unable to break free. And the other one is going to bite at Truffle. For an 18, does that hit?
That does, but I would like to use my reaction to use cutting words. Chunk, 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 chunk.
Oof.
So I'm going to use one of my bardic inspiration dice, and then I'll subtract that number from whatever your roll is. So I'm going to roll my die right
it's
now.
17 with the Bane.
Okay. -4.
So that's 13.
Cha-ching!
So what is it that Truffle's doing here? When this
Sorry, let me just
happens.
remind you. So Truffle, as he does it, he mutters in a sort of a dark sort of it's almost a language that no one can really comprehend. It's 3 words of just mumbled, almost like speaking in tongues. and it's almost just like it's just enough to make the wolf not bite down as hard. It's kind of a not doing that. It's not that at all.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
speak and just as this wolf's about to try to clamp down on you, it sort of like flinches for a second, and sort of like you manage to get away from its biting fangs. And it is now Truffle's turn. What do you do?
Okay, so Truffle will bonus action disengage and do a sweet handspring backwards, and then we'll move back 30 foot. I can't see where that is. Can someone? Let's see. There. And then we'll fire the hand crossbow at the one that just bit him, which I believe is also the one that's baned. So that crossbow is going to be fired. That is a 16 to hit.
What hits?
And we'll do a 6 piercing damage plus Fury of the Small, which takes it to 10.
10? What the hell does Fury of the Small do?
You basically add on your level to once every short rest. You can add Fury of the Small. You just plus your level onto it, so that's a 10 for that.
So
I imagine he's really angry as well. You got to be furious to be furious.
Oh, I'm furious. I'm seeing some sweet.
he's both furious and small right now.
Furious and small. But despite being wounded, a pretty sweet handspring if you
Chris,
were
is that-
judges.
That's not your HP, is it? You haven't updated
What,
that.
39? Yes.
You got 28
Oh, 26. Oh, 28 hit points.
on your token.
It should be 26.
You've got 28 of 28 on your token.
Oh, but I need to change that.
Oh, what is it? It's 26 out of 39.
Yeah, 26 out of 39, yes. Sorry, I haven't changed my token. I don't know why. I thought it automatically changed.
What the
Apologies.
heck? What's your con?
My con is +3.
Makes absolutely no sense. But okay. So yeah, you fire this bolt and it hits the wolf right in the chest, and you can see it starts limping and it can barely hold itself up with this wound heavily bleeding. And yeah, anything else? That's it, right?
That is my turn. That's bonus and action. Done.
Carnate?
Yeah, so I flick my hair out my eyes as this kind of wolf comes over the top of me, the previous one, and I've kind of bashed out of the way. I'll take my other shield and I kind of try and drive it down into kind of the underside of the wolf as I've kind of flipped it away. So I'll shield bash the wolf that tried to attack me last.
Hits.
That's a 16 to hit. And it hits, does it?
Yep.
Okay. Oh no. A 1.
Yes.
Plump.
So that is a whopping 1 damage. Maybe you just get a glancing blow on it. Don't manage to quite connect. That's not looking good for you guys.
Should have bought my shield.
Okay, this wolf is going to attack Akane. That is a natural 20.
Oh, it's so fucking dead.
I'm gonna die in the market square. I was just ready to jump.
Pack of wolves.
Sorry guys, I got 24 HP. Don't worry.
Damage is the best form of crowd control. Let this be a
Yeah,
lesson to everyone.
We need to focus. Focus down a wolf.
Focus ads, guys. Come on. Jeez, have you never played it?
Dude, I am baning them. I'm popping them off. I am throwing dice around like nobody's business.
Okay, right. I need to work out this damage.
Alright.
So you got
Even groups go left.
10 plus.
Like
Kill
the
the
fucking tail.
Takes 16 piercing damage.
Oh!
Crunch, and you even feel like your bones like start to grind under its teeth.
Oh, I'm screaming at this point. Then I'm like, as I feel my bones literally breaking its jaw.
Good job it's not Lysander, that's all I can say.
Basically be dead.
And the other one will also attack, and that is a 16 this time, which I believe doesn't hit.
No, where the fuck are the blue cravats, man?
That's a good question.
Yeah, actually, yes. Probably at this point, people would start to take notice, and maybe someone will come to your aid if you struggle. Lysander, tell me what you're doing.
Save us.
But you could always ask Garland to come and help you. He's just cowering
Dude,
at the back.
Garland is made of like fluff.
Garland is a literal robot man made of solid crystal.
Dude, he's like 7 foot tall. Like there ain't no wolves getting through his bone.
I'm
bone.
going to look at. So I see that. I guess I pop my head up. See Akane getting mauled by. Is this a tree? Is this a tree here? Have I got a line of sight?
It's a tree, but you can see quite easily through.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So this is the fucker who just bit down on Akane, basically,
Yes.
more or less, right? So I'm going to look at him and I'm just gonna mutter some deep speech under my breath. And,
Do we just see Saruman and Gandalf fighting?
Sorry.
and I'm going to hex this guy.
Hex
So this guy
appeal.
is now hexed, as kind of black shadows kind of claw at his feet.
Gotta need more icons. Okay, this can be Hex.
And then I'm just gonna take a deep breath. You can do this, Lysander. You can hit something. Black bolt at the same guy.
Pew-pew.
15.
Got him.
So
Yes!
so that okay, and the hex damage is going to roll automatically. So that's 3 necrotic.
Yes!
5 force.
We're the best.
Ooh. So, yeah, I guess. How did you describe the Hex thing?
So the hex is like clawing. It's like you can barely see it, but it's like clawing shadows just coming from the floor at their feet.
Ah, so yeah, these shadows start to like creep up at this thing, and as this black bolt strikes into it and explodes across its flesh, a big like wave of these hands like claw at it from underneath, and the wolf's like sort of like scrabbling and like being thrown around by these hands.
Bugger, screen's frozen.
Still alive.
I'm like, duck down straight away.
Yeah, it keeps stopping, and I can't quite figure out why. But
Hey, the
Oh,
show
we're
must
back.
go on.
anyway,
Show
continue.
must go on.
So yeah, that is Lysander. We're on to Wolf, who is still trapped. I will roll another strength check to see if he breaks free. 15 was the check, right?
Yeah, 15 DC 15.
So you see this thing finally like slamming its paws and its head like literally like smashing its everything it's got against the thing, and managed to break a small bit free and scrabble through, and it chases after Truffle, but it was its action to break free, so it was got no further attack here, and this wolf will also chase after Truffle and bite him. Ooh, 6. No, 7.
7 to hit.
Yes.
That's a no.
Okay. That is all of the wolves, and we're back to Truffle. What do you do?
Truffle is going to bonus action disengage, and then he's gonna run to Akane and do a sweet dive. And as he dives, he starts to, and his fingers are covered in antibacterial hand wash. And he starts casting. No, and he dives onto Akane's, sort of touches her back, and casts Cure Wound on her. So I'm going to try and cast the Cure Wound at level 2, and so. Oh god, that is a woof. So that is a 7.
Oh my god.
That is horrible. So enjoy those 7 points of.
It definitely makes a difference.
It all makes a difference.
Nice.
And that is that is it. That's all.
Truffle, you haven't moved.
Oh, sorry, I haven't moved my. I had it on.
Hit on the distance thing. I
Ah.
always do that. Like, move,
Keep-
damn it!
Yeah, no, I'm stuck on the. There we go. Cool. And that is Truffle's entire story for now.
Akane, you feel the healing power of Truffle's magic flow through
Oh,
your
it's
body.
so warm as well.
That's so
Yeah,
warm.
I feel this warmth in my back, and I get this new hope, even though I kind of, and I see kind of these wounds in my arms, and I can see my bone in one of the wounds starts to just knit back together, not
It's
fully,
like
but
Tiger Balm.
yeah, just like. First thing I do is yell to Garland to come and help.
I am on my way.
And then- Yeah, and then
Another
as,
hero is where
as he's doing that, I just basically turn to the one that's been hexed with my 2 shields, and I basically just slam it down on at the back of its neck.
Like one of those monkeys with cymbals.
I didn't think about that. But if this works, 16.
Yes, hits.
Oh, 6.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just smash down and you crush the wolf's head. And the,
Oh shit!
Oh, is he dead?
yeah, and the black
We did a
shadows underneath
thing!
sort of dissipate. Don't forget to move that. Hex.
Yeah, I just kind of like as it like it just explodes, it's like his blood just goes. I just kind of gets on my face, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, it's like a
Just kinda
big
growl.
full-on splatter of blood everywhere.
Yeah,
There's truffle-shaped hand marks on your back that are completely clean.
yeah, I imagine that actually. Yeah, just exactly where you placed it. It's like just these perfect hand marks on my back. I just growl at the final wolf in front of me.
Nice. Okay. Garland, he ran over. That's his turn. And this wolf will be attacking Akane. No longer has pack tactics. It's an 18, but he's baned. So it'll be less than 18.
And bear in mind, you also have your bardic inspiration.
I can't add it to armor class, can I?
So that's 15. So
No.
With the bane, it sort of racking its mind, the wolf is just slowed just enough that you're able to dodge away from its bite, and doesn't connect.
Yes, Bane.
Lysander.
Just hear this awful sound of the teeth on the shield.
Yeah, and these wolves, they seem to be just like you probably fought wolves before Akane, but these wolves just seem like mad, like they're just like ferociously biting
Oh.
everything.
I am going to bonus action, move the hex to this guy here.
Yes.
And something I didn't do previously was I didn't give the target has disadvantage on ability checks with my chosen ability, one chosen ability. So I will give it disadvantage on wisdom checks.
Okay.
And then I will pop my head up and go for it again. You can do it, Lysander. Come on.
You can do it.
Expelliarmus! Black bolt on this guy. It's 12.
Crucio! 12. The AC is 13, I'm afraid.
Ah, of course it is.
Yes.
So yes, I just whiff it. Just whiffs over him.
Is
Why
it not
would
Bane?
you? Why would you not
Bane-
use
Bane
Toll of the
thinks them-
Dead in that situation?
Because I'm trying to hex him down. Damn Garland's in the way. Garland!
I am sorry.
On the barrels. It will be. Duck my head back down. And that's the end of my turn.
Wolf. Jumps. Would it attack Garland? I think they probably would.
No!
They wouldn't know flesh from inorganic.
From mesh.
Nice.
Thanks.
Fuck, what? Quick, look up the Leor article. They
I've
got-
just discovered that my mic has a little foam bit. Just so you guys know. It's exciting.
So you don't get less pop.
They have natural AC. And for each con modifier, they gain +1. So he's not. Alright, so that's going to hit him.
They have resistance to piercing and slashing as well, don't they?
They do. That's true.
Take out Wolf.
But vulnerability to bludgeoning.
Yes.
So it grabs on and like clutches onto his arm, but its fangs sort of like skitter down, and sort of like leave like light scratches down his arm, but don't seem to find proper purchase on him. He takes 3 damage, and this one will also attack him,
No!
but he's baned. So how much is
It's a
bane?
D6, I want to say, but that might be wrong.
So-
D4.
So that also hits for 2 piercing damage. These wolves are like trying to like find purchase, but in his like this solid crystalline substance just doesn't. It's not quite the same as biting a person, and they don't know what they're doing with it. Truffle.
Boy. Truffle, seeing his homie being attacked and hearing the sounds of I guess him running into battle, Truffle spins on his heel and takes a shot at the closest wolf to him, and that is going to, with his hand crossbow. That's a 17 to hit.
Yep.
With a 10 piercing damage right in the flank of the wolf.
Yeah, you hit it right in the flank, and it is hobbling, and yeah, it looks heavily wounded.
Okay, and then he would like to. He's going to sprint over. Yeah, I'm going to sprint right at the wolf, and just that's my bonus action, is to get as close as I can to the other wolf.
Okay. You heading over to help your new friend?
You know it.
So she's conflicted, right? You know, Truffle's just run away, and she's half tempted to just kind of disengage from this wolf and run backwards with him. But she sees, she sees him and the Leor kind of fighting, and she just kind of stares down the wolf in front of her that she's been growling at, and she just shield bashes it again. She attempts to kind of just like club it with one of the shields. As she stands up against this kind of mad thing in front of her. That is a 20 to hit, unnatural.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And a 5 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, so you like look back and see what Truffle's doing. You like just quickly like across this wolf's head, and its head just goes. You just break its neck. It flops to the ground.
Whoa. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, and then I just basically run. I then run over to join the other fight. Then. Yeah.
Lads.
Straight in there.
Cool. And you see.
Skid over.
You see Garland going and like going for a punch on the wolf in front of him, and smacking it in the face.
In the face.
I imagine like Jack from Tekken 2.
How much wolf HP is this? Oh, he just literally just goes, and the wolf just crumples into the ground.
Oh, sick.
I don't know why we're running to help him. He's a tank.
Yeah.
And he's like, he sort of like looks at his fist like confused, but you can see that now that he's in a fight, the lights that are glowing in him, he's like, his head is like these 2 red lines.
Is he still wearing his sweet beret with the feather?
I think I think he all took that off a while ago.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, so that's him. And Lysander?
Pop my head up. Same again. Bonus action, move the hex, give him disadvantage on wisdom saves, and Black Bolt again. Expelliarmus! That's a shitty one.
Well, this is awkward.
Go.
Blows Jenkins back up.
Just see yourself out, mate. I mean, you know.
If he had his hat on, the hat is now been
You know what?
disintegrated.
I'm gonna run Lysander into the jaws of this fucking wolf.
You
Maybe he'll
won't.
choke on you.
Dude, he's got terrible HP. His attacks don't hit. Why are you here?
I know. Put me in a social situation.
So charming.
Right, yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna duck beyond the barrels again.
Okay. And this final wolf will attack one of you two. I'll roll for it. It'll be Garland, and he will attack for a shatty 11, which does not hit Garland. Just like tries to bite, but it just doesn't even find slight purchase on his hard crystal form. And we have. Why is this so loud? Oh my god. Truffle.
Truffle is going to bonus action fling his crossbow to his hand crossbow to his side and pick up his rapier, and is going to thrust said rapier deep into the wolf for a 21 to hit and a sweet 10. Skiskabob.
That is how much HP it has. How do you kill it?
Seeing Garland, seeing the wolf snap at him, he flings the crossbow into his holster, pulls out a rapier with a flourish, one clean thrust through the heart of the wolf, through his midsection, out the other end, and then drops to one knee, still skewered, and then slides it gently out as the wolf collapses to the floor.
He's much more agile than I thought he
Dude,
was.
he is dexterous as fuck. He's
Truffle
got a
is
+4 dexterity.
Truffle is the most deadly one here. So yeah.
I mean, he
you-
cleans his sword on the wolf's pelt and then places it back into his scabbard.
Yeah, you see Truffle completely skewer through this wolf and then flop to the ground dead. and I'm gonna stop that horrifically loud music.
Garland, are you okay?
Oh, I am fine. I took some minor scratches, but it seems I am. Oh, sorry, I do not know what came over me.
Who? Akane, are you okay?
Right. Ow, ow, ow,
Yeah,
ow.
Akane
I
is
was putting the-
clearly
cure wounds
bleeding.
I do cure wounds on Akane at level 2.
Ooh.
Again, and that is a level 2, and that is a 17.
Oh, that's huge.
Fresh.
So that restores me bang on full health. And I just see, like, as I'm trying to take this shield off one of my hands, I can't get the second ringlet over my kind of wound where my bone is kind of like poking out. And it all just kind of knits back together and like goes back into my arm, and all the flesh covers back up, and kind of the other place where I was bitten on my ribs starts to fuse together, leaving some tasty scars. I'm just like, oh my god, Truffle, that was amazing.
And in your head, you can just hear the rhythm of like, you're out of touch, I'm out of tap. That's all you can hear. You don't know where it's come from, but that's the song you can hear in your head.
That's brilliant, and I'm just like a bit confused by the whole situation. But I'm just, I don't believe it's real, right? I've been healed before, but it kind of never quite gets over. I never quite kind of gels and sinks in my mind about what it looks like. But yeah, I just kind of take these two shields off, covered in like viscera and like bits of wolf fur, just like clang them to the ground, and I'm like, oh.
And you see, as you guys are doing this, one of the blue cravats that you saw guarding the mayor's he like runs up. It's like comes running out of one of the alleyways nearby. It's like, everybody, stand clear. Is everything okay? Is it over?
Don't worry, the swagger muffins took care of it. Stand back.
And he's like, come here, and there's like one of the like I guess like priests of the temple, like in long like black and white robes. I don't know, just an old looking gentleman, bald, quite wrinkly, tired looking. So runs over and he's like, oh, yes, I'm coming. He's like, here, look, ministrate to their wounds. I'm gonna assess the situation and clear out civilians. And the blue cravat starts like making sure people stay out away from the wolves, and like just clears the area basically. And this priest comes up and he will cast Cure Wounds on whoever looks most wounded. Who would that be? Truffle? D8, right? So you get 5 HP.
Yes.
He's like, oh, and he's just like, oh, just hold still. And you feel this sort of gentle warmth flow through you. 5 HP.
Wow.
He's like, oh, what happened here? What's going on?
Imagine we just look at this kind of. This scene must be quite surreal, right? You know, you've got this kind of broken ground at the back, this casing where this wolf was, these bits of kind of snapped wolves all over the place. This dead civilian with his neck ripped out.
Yeah, it's pretty gruesome.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the hell has happened here? Where did these wolves come from? To the blue cravat.
Yeah, and he's like over where the civilian is. He's just investigating. He's like, yes, he's definitely dead. He's saying that over to the priest guy, and then he goes over.
This guy must be the guy in charge. This guy seems to know what he's talking about.
He goes to look over at the wolf, and he's like examining, like having a look and poking around and trying to see what they're. He's like, you killed these wolves?
Yeah, definitely wolves. Yeah, he's good.
You killed them though.
Big time.
Who are you?
We're the
thank you,
ragamuffins.
These wolves. They're no ordinary wolves. Clearly, I mean, if you take a look at their eyes and.
I take a look at them.
Yeah, we bend down and inspect the wolf in more detail.
Yeah, their eyes are like really open, really wide, and their like irises are just like completely pale, almost completely white, and they're bloodshot sort of thing.
Pro plus wolves.
And it's almost like their mouths are open, like they can barely keep their mouths closed, so they're just constantly. And one of them sort of like still twitching, their jaws like it's dead, but its jaws like twitching still.
Yeah.
And they've got like this very slight tinges of like white around parts of their fur as well. And he's like, this is not normal. I mean, he probably would have a gun now. This is not normal. What? I've never seen a wolf like this before. They seem dangerous.
Where did they come from? Do we know?
It seems from reports from people who are saying they came from the east over there, the direction of the river and the farmlands. Did you see where they came from yourselves? You were here in the incident.
No, I mean we were here. We were at the market, and I think Truffle was doing something nice for Dahlia at the kind of burning torch. But this is strange. I don't think I can't remember the last time I ventured to the east of town. Actually, it might be worth checking out. What did you say was over there? Farmland.
Yes. You've got the Nueva Vista River, and then the bridge over to the east, and then if you head up north, then it's just farmland for a while. And the priest pipes up and he's like, "Oh yes, I believe Lady Sparrow's been mentioning some kind of trouble up there recently. Reports of some kind of beasts up around that area, and some of the farms have been left derelict, I believe. It seems, I mean, these are just 4 wolves. Surely it can't cause all that trouble."
Sorry, who's Lady Sparrow?
Oh,
She works at the temple, Truffle.
She is in charge of the temple here, the Temple of the Balance. Very nice lady. She has been running the temple for many years, though she is very busy managing all the acolytes here and so on and so forth.
So, Lysander, I guess.
I've got Jenkins to give me a seat, and I'm sat down.
I'm just gonna walk over to him.
Legs crossed and a glass of wine.
I just walk over to him. I'm like, that's pretty impressive magic.
Yes, you too. Nice shielding.
Yeah, and I'm kind of just looking at my kind of hands. I've got kind of some blisters and stuff where I've been holding the shields, and like some kind of just cuts across my knuckles where I was just using shields that I'm not used to. Yeah, that was difficult. I mean, Truffle, he just seems to impress me more every day. It's crazy what he can do.
He's got some secrets, that boy.
I mean, as long as he keeps healing and doing damage like that, I'm quite comfortable to be in his presence.
Chris, what have you got? Like a little glass of brandy or something?
It's a little glass of wine, but it's a bit of a fancy glass. I'm not gonna lie. I borrowed it.
Lysander's drinking out.
I was gonna say I was borrowed, but it's definitely what Lysander was using. It's fresh, isn't it?
It's so fresh. Sorry.
No. So yeah, I mean, I think we're just kind of chewing the fat. Post battle.
Are we going to? Suppose you want to go and have a look what's going on at these farms.
So look, if I'm completely honest, I think it's the right thing to do, but
I agree.
But I need to go back and get my shield because that I felt so disconnected from my source of energy that I couldn't do anything in that battle.
Yes, you did look ridiculous. Probably best to go.
You were carrying behind barrels and you were shaking like a leaf in the wind. You couldn't hit anything.
Cowering, tactically.
Tactical cowering. Oh, I'm really sorry. Like we did what Kane. Like, whoa. You practice your aim, buddy.
Oh. Okay. Fine. Banter.
Truffle sat next to Garland and looked like Dad just hit Mummy at a dinner table, and Garland and I just keeping on trying to eat our meals at a dinner table.
What I'm saying is that yes, you need your shield. 2 of them. It looks insane. You look like a mad woman.
It's kind of advanced Castle Elite tactics to be able to use 2 shields.
Elite tactics.
I actually only use 1 shield. I chose not. I chose not to use tea.
Fun fact: the original Castellan design was dual shield wielding.
Well, go get your shield. Why are we still talking?
Okay. So I'm gonna head back to the burning torch and no, the gnome, not the burning torch. I'm gonna go to the gnome.
Yeah, the blue cravat guy's like, thank you very much for your help here. If I will clear the area, if you see any of my fellow cravats, or if you see any cadets from the academy, please can you ask them to come to the area, so they'd help me secure the place. But I will hold it down for now. You're free to leave and go about your business.
And I'm like, beautiful. And if you ever decide that there's a reward associated with this, send it to Marcy. You'll find me and Truffle there.
I'll certainly put in a good word. I'm sure there will be plenty of people happy to pay you coin for this.
Just maybe not this guy's family here. That's messy.
Ah, yes. Very unfortunate.
So yeah, I head back to the gnome and I guess start drinking.
Yeah, like that. Well, that's that done. Time for a drink.
No, I do go upstairs. I go up to kind of like the copper basin up in the room and just clean my knuckles and sort the wounds out, get the blood off my face, and then yeah, we'll have a drink because I deserve it.
Some nice cleaning your knuckles of blood music.
I'm effing and blinded to Jenkins. Did you hear that, Jenkins? Shaking like a leaf.
I don't know what she was talking about, boss. You were absolutely magnificent out there.
It was tactical, behind the barrels.
Magnificent, boss.
Thank you, Jenkins. I always appreciate your encouragement.
I like to think that I'm just very honest, sir.
Yes, me too. Think you're honest.
Anyway, Jenkins doesn't have much to say.
Classic Jenkins. I'm just gonna carry on drinking my wine, sat on my chair.
Everyone's just gone to various places drinking
And I'm just like,
on their own.
What about Marcy's basket?
Oh yeah. What did you do with the basket of stuff?
Luckily, it was left on the stage. I don't know if I said that.
You're just
but
like,
before,
oh wait a second.
before
Fully
sprinting
put it
into
down.
battle, Truffle left it with Garland, and Garland, before he ran in, placed it delicately on the stage. And
Garland probably just left it on the floor.
yeah, he did. So yeah, Truffle's going to walk back to the blushing gnome to hand Marcy the basket.
Garland's also
regale
got
her-
a fist covered in blood from punching that wolf to death.
Okay. While we walk together, I assume Garland would join. I'm using some of the medical kit to just literally just clean the wounds, like wrap a bit of gauze or bandage around the knuckle, and then when we get back to Marcy's, we regale her with the tail and just clean up the knuckles. Not necessarily going to give him any additional health points.
He's not
just
hurt.
Clean him up.
The wolf got hurt.
Ah, okay. So we're just cleaning ourselves up, to making
Yes.
ourselves clean, and then I give Garland my teal beret hat for him to wear.
Oh. It's a little small, so it just kind of balances on his head like one of those little mini hats.
It looks sensational.
Those ones that women wear on like the headband.
It's a
Like that.
fascinator.
Yes,
Yeah.
one of those things.
And then after I've done that, I look around and see if I can see Akane. I thought you were getting your shield and coming back.
So I'm kind of like coming down the stairs, just like cleaning my knuckles. I've got kind of a mead in one hand. Yeah, I mean, Marcy gave me a drink, so it was a stressful fight. I guess.
Marcy, do you have a to-go cup? Perchance.
It's like, you can take one of my cups, I suppose.
Okay.
I don't know what accent that is, but yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it. Should we go back?
Yeah, so I just quickly don my chest piece and my shoulder pads and bag, kind of umbrella, got my mug,
So
And
you
we'll,
bring it back or you pay for it, Truffle?
Can you neck it and just finish it?
So if I finish it up, slam it on the desk, and then we go.
Onwards.
She's like, honestly, that girl.
And we send. Hi, Lysander. Bet you've missed. Jenkins, are you okay?
Yeah.
Excellent.
What are we doing? Are we going to the temple?
I'm unclear on what's currently happening.
I think everyone's come back to the
Scene of the crime.
Scene of the crime is has the carcass been like? How did?
Oh
how
no!
did,
At this point, another blue cravat has arrived, as well as
Clean
a
up
couple
crew.
of like the cadets from the military academy who are just like keeping people away, and like a couple of priests are like taking the body and wrapping it up and stuff like that. Just like a crime scene, basically.
All the trainees. Oh jeez! Oh guys!
And they're like, no, please, we cannot let you into the area just now.
I never left. Do I get chucked out?
Yeah, they would have been like, please, we need you to leave the area so we can conduct a proper investigation.
I thought I was just watching ominously, drinking wine.
You probably would have been for a little while until he was like, please, you need to leave.
I just kind of like lean over Lysander's shoulder. I'm like, ooh, that looks messy. Who caused that? I slap him on the back. So, what are we doing?
Don't touch me.
Okay,
Start.
so you guys decide what you're going to do, and then we'll pick it up at the start of next session, because it's time to wrap it up now.
Oh, I didn't even see the time.
Yes.
I think. Are we going to check out the
Template.
See if we can get to the bottom of this wolf nonsense.
Yeah, so we've got two options, right? We can time lapse it to the another 2 days or whatever, and then just leave for the tomb. Or
Not gonna lie, I am a little curious about what is going on with these twisted wolves.
Yeah, I think we'd be peaked as a group, wouldn't we? As well, I think we're getting a bit of a Truffle's got an attachment to Viazzo, and I think we all have a little bit. I know about Lady Sparrow. We don't need the seal, but there's no reason why we can't go figure it out. We defeated these 4 wolves.
I mean, I think curiosity is like we've got a couple days left, and we're like, oh, this is just a bit curious. There's these eyes like these wolves on LSD, and we're kind of like, what's going on with these ketamine wolves?
Yeah, we wouldn't leave it, right? Some guy's just had his throat ripped out in the middle of the Viazzo Square.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a normal situation that a group of crazy white-eyed wolves would just run into town and start killing people. Oh, I think probably should have mentioned another thing about the wolves, is you did notice a couple of them, apart from the wounds that you gave them.
Or leather jackets with gang signs on
Yes, apart from the leather jackets with gang signs, they had like big claw marks down their sides, like they'd been attacked by something else.
it. Zombie wolves.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Exciting.
definitely investigate.
That was fairly key. I probably should have told you.
No, that's big time. We'll definitely explore. That is where we will pick up next week.
Awesome.
And just on that like I think that's the kind of crossover, right? A wolf with scratches on it by potentially another larger wolf. Check out Durst Manor.
Oh shit, son. The giant wolf
The giant wolf.
that didn't eat me when I expected it to.
So next week, if you turn up, you will get to see the magical Dungeon Master stylings of the gentleman in the bottom with the V right there.
There he is.
This
Yeah.
boy.
Oh no, I'm facing that way. So there. You will get to experience Joe as Toffley Birkenstock. I don't remember your name.
Toffley Birkenstocks.
Sounds like the name of a shopkeeper.
I can't remember your full names because we
Toffley Birkenstrauss Jr., I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, come along next Thursday.
Come along.
Same time. We'll be doing Adam's campaign. Curse of Strahd thingy.
Micro campaign.
Yes.
Micro adventure.
Like this.
Little weeny little campaign. Yeah. Come Thursday. So it's alternate. We do Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Tuesday, blah, 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 blah. So once a week.
Or we could just do, because we're all locked down in coronavirus, we could just play every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we haven't got anywhere else to go.
I'd like a wife at the end of this coronavirus thing, so maybe.
I don't understand. Okay, cool. Right,
Bye.
so thank you everybody. If you've been watching, thank you very much. Thank you, players.
Subscribe and you can get fun emotes of Adam's face.
Yes.
Doing this.
Or just watch. We appreciate
Or just
anyone who
watch.
watches. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
God bless.
Awesome, Dan. Thank
See you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Keep waving.